Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Candlekeep Mysteries, the sealed pages of Verglas. We are the rollers of fate. My name is Mo, and as always, with us is the son of Venus and the god of love, Cisco Cupid Blanco.
Oh, yeah, Cisco G Cupid. Yeah.
And with us is our players who have
Welcome.
bumped into their ex on such a
Oh,
lovely day. We have Joey, Ross, Lucky, Mark, Andy, and Luke. Say hello, fearless heroes.
hello, fearless
Hello.
heroes.
Hello, everybody.
We,
We're
Excuse me.
fearless heroes.
Um,
I
Mo?
did.
Mo, before we carry on, since when am I DM Mo?
Huh? Are you?
I don't know how you did this, but this is impressive. You go to the stream.
Wow.
Oh, the lunatics have taken over the asylum. Yes.
Oh no!
No.
Huh? What
I can make the
happened?
rules now. You all get out safe.
Hooray!
I have no idea how
We did
that
it!
happened,
Wait.
but I will adjust that as we kind of go along. Don't worry, just give us just a slight technical area. I'll
Wait,
do it
Ross,
while
what are you
Cisco
late?
does the announcement. Cisco, take it away.
All right. For those of you who are new to our stream and have not watched our previous episodes, please go and check us out right here after a stream ends, or on our YouTube channel at Rollets of Fate D&D, where you can find all our previous episodes, including Eye of Observation on Wednesdays, or our modified version of Curses Strat Dining in Barovia on Sundays. Um, Also, if you want to send us any fan art or any email or anything, you can please do so at
So
rollersoffatednd@gmail.com.
awesome.
Or we have a Twitter channel as well at FateDND, where you will see our schedules and all the D&D stuff. And last and not least, content warning, some of our games can get a bit gory and go through places that not everyone might like, so please feel free to step out for a sec and come back when you're ready. And yeah, give us a follow. Always helps to spread our stream around. Yeah, thanks for that. Thanks for watching. And back to you, Mo.
Yep, there you go. There's my ugly mug. You can see it now. All right. You have been
Oh, no.
dethroned.
Oh
Yeah,
no, we've been dragged
Aw,
back.
damn it.
I'm
there
back
goes
in the
my
chair.
power.
Okay.
In the
Hello,
chair.
everyone. You can see me now. Great. I think that should be it. Yeah. Cool. All right. I don't have any other things to say. So
Hmm.
let's jump in because this is going to be something crazy
Yeah,
about to happen. So thanks everyone
let's
for
do
being
it.
here. Players, Cisco, thank you for coming tonight. And everyone tuning in at home, please grab yourself a blanket, popcorn. You might need drinks for tonight. And make yourself comfortable as we settle in and to see what mysteries shall be revealed today. Actually, I have a little saying. Before I jump into the recap, somewhere a figure prostrates to a statue and says, "Hail, primordial mother of chaos, primordial waters of the deep. I beseech ye, my heart knows now that while from chaos many evils are born, so too is the greater good. From the law will never came the greatest possible good. Authority is not to be trusted. So I pray to you, Queen of Chaos, when up against those that oppose you, a little chaos is welcome. I request the blessing in doing the wrong things for the right reason. I request thy teaching in how to do it most effectively. The wisdom of the streets, may you send a messenger to teach me." Previously on the seal pages of Verglas, the cock split into two groups. Ruin and Bycroft returned to Candlekeep with the help of Bookworm, and we were reunited with Ziggy. Soon they both were notified that investigators hired by Ruin were waiting for them, and as they found them, they saw two Drow twin sisters who were pretty heavy smokers. They were known as Maple and Salome. Discussions began, but it rapidly went south for the Cox, and Ziggy attempted to accuse the well-known sisters, but with no avail. Chance lost for information, and relationship fractured a little between the investigators. they began to prepare for a journey back to Waterdeep. After tricking the enchanter into giving them the jewels, they use their teleportation circles only to find themselves encased within a tomb. They disturb a funeral within the halls of heroes as they attempt to get out of the tomb, and with guile and a silver tongue, they trick the people to releasing the resurrected fallen hero Sir Loven, aka Ziggy, and his acolyte, Ruin, who had died many centuries ago. Meanwhile, the rest of the cocks began their search for the dragon cultists and easily found them as they were in the same place they found them just yesterday, the yawning portal. In their attempts to be subtle, they were approached by Olmo, one of the dragonborns that the party were hunting. But the cocks saw another opportunity to get information on the Dragon Queen herself. A secret meeting was set for the evening, and the cocks decided to join. All the cocks eventually reunited and journeyed to the meeting's address and entered the building. The cocks saw a glorious hall which led them to another location. An isolated warehouse where many bandits, pirates, mercenaries, and ruffians were congregated within. And soon the party's attention was drawn to Desdemona. Her great power shone on display as she burned the abandoner with lightning which combusts the head of the victim. Eventually, she ushers a few cultists to set up chairs and requests people to step up to receive the boon from the Dragon Queen herself. Anchor and a vampire stepped forward without hesitation, and another was picked out from the crowd by an intense Minotaur. The last remaining chairs were filled in by Ruin, who saw a chance of power, and Bruce, who attempted to stop Ruin, but was coerced by the situation itself. Soon the three before the cock members were forced or willingly plunged their hand into the floating chromatic orb, and those with no falter in her cause evolved, and the one that did not melted away with acid from the inside. It soon arrived to the turn of Bruce, who rolled up his sleeves, and with his words to fortify his belief, the hooded figure in front of him raised his head to reveal Grey Van Drake. Alright. Before we start, the tension in this room that has been set by Desdemona has made everyone affixed to what is happening on the stage. As you look up, Bruce, at Grey standing in front of you, I need everyone here, apart from Bruce, to make a perception check, please.
I still have advantage on this from my fortune cookie.
Awesome.
I just roll shit perception.
Oh no.
Wow.
It starts again.
Wow. Okay.
Wow,
Okay.
okay.
Thank you.
That's it.
You saved the party. You win. The game's over. Okay. We'll get back to that in a second.
Ah.
Bruce.
You're mute.
Is he? No, he
Okay.
isn't. Okay.
All right, can you hear me?
Yep.
I'm shaking right now. Bruce's eyes lock with Grey Van Dreg's. To Bruce, it's almost like an eternity passes in a split second. And he says, I would like to... And he stands up. His eyes glaze over. There's almost a very... If anyone knows him, there's a little stumble. And you know Bruce is not there anymore. Would like to partake in this great boon. I swear that many fools and zealots will fall by my blade. As he's still looking Grey right in the eyes, he says this.
All right.
And he
Wait.
plunges his hand.
Before you do, Gray, what do you say?
Well. If it isn't little broken Bruce, where are you bruised right now? Maybe our mother can fix you like she did me. You know, the Dragon Queen always sees you. She's always near.
All
And
hail
he'll
to the
reach over Bruce and like give him like a while holding the orb. He's just gonna hug him.
Okay. While this is happening, everyone is cannot see who this person that is embracing Bruce right now. Only Bruce knows who this is in front of him. The robe is still on. No one can tell who this person is. And as this is happening, Aki, for an instance, when he turns his head a little bit, you notice it's Gray. But at the same time, you begin to look around the room, and you see a strange bunch of folk, about 3-4 of them, kind of whisper, and they start going against the wall and begin covering, almost like anticipating something.
I'll add this because I remember what Gray was like. I want to roll perception in case his hands are doing anything, and then he's gonna, as he's doing this, I'm going to say, as he embraces him in the same hug as well, just like the one-handed hug, says, "I'm certain the mother can do something with this poor broken fool that I am." Is he doing anything? Lucky.
No. Just
Okay,
a simple hug. Just embracing you.
And as you say that, all of a sudden, all the glass around you shatters inwards as an explosion that causes everyone to duck down and hold their ears down. Immediately, the door that you guys came in gets forced open, and you begin to see armed forces begin running inside with blades and shields, and everyone just kind of turns around in surprise and shock. Aki, you spot that the people at the bottom, from your perception check, got quite high, were probably anticipating this. And you begin to see, you hear a squawk as you know that there are griffins within Waterdeep that fly down on top of the building. You hear them just land, multiple of them, and you begin to see more troops coming from the window and taking them, making their way down. However, stepping into the middle, you see 3 figures that look much more not wearing the armors of the people that have kind of stormed in. Stepping into the middle of this kind of chaos now is you see a tabaxi there who has like a grey fur, blue eyes, his heavy silvered armor, and he's holding a massive morning star that kind of brightens the way with radiant energy. You see another person on the opposite side, who has a light complexion but is muted by the hairy stubbled face, black hair in a white shirt and a black tie, which is under like a brown trench coat, and he's got his half smoked cigarette in his mouth. And in the middle you see a human woman who is olive skin, short black hair, indigo blue eyes, and in her hand she is wielding this black staff that looks like it's made of stone.
Actually, on that note, Mo, they can do a history check, maybe whoever is been in Waterdeep, maybe, or something like that.
Yeah, make a history check. Yeah, whoever wants to kind of. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
What was the criteria again? You had to have been in Waterdeep to make it, or can we just make it anyway?
If you've traveled, I'll say make a history check with disadvantage. Actually.
Okay.
Oh, actually, make a history check. Everyone, just make a straight history check.
Okay.
place.
We'll
Yeah.
just do it that way.
Yeah. Because
God.
you may have seen them before.
I'm a bit
Oh,
distracted.
damn. Okay.
Just a bit.
Wow,
Aki
Aki.
carrying us
Oh,
again.
Aki, carrying you guys again. Aki, you notice their robes or their attire in a way. You notice a symbol on them, and you saw the symbol when you first traveled through Waterdeep, and they were chasing a Rakshasa.
Yes.
You know that these people are from what was it again?
Force Grey.
Force Grey.
Yeah.
That is
While
And
everyone,
and I'll say with the 19, you recognize that that she's the leader, the woman with the darker skin. You don't know her name, but you have a kind of like an image that you heard that she's the leader of Force Grey, Aka.
Go ahead.
has there been any? How do I phrase this? Has there been any evidence of magic being used inside this room?
Well,
I mean, the
While-
room's coming apart at the seams.
while
but
you
that
see
wouldn't
this, you begin to see people, like groups of other people. There were like 150, 200 people in there. Groups of people beginning to teleport away, zoof, 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 while other people are struggling and fighting against some of these guards. The three people in the front step forward, and you hear Demeanor look at them and just screech. There's this scream, and you just see this electrical surge forming around her, and then she just and a lightning bolt shoots out, arcing through, hitting, passing through multiple people, aiming towards the woman in the middle. But you see the rugged man on the left step forward, takes his cigarette and flicks it, and as he flicks it, the lightning hits it and then just disappears. At that point, you see the tabaxi moving. And what does he do?
Yeah, you see him like he's got this morning star like blazing with radiant light since the moment he arrived, and you see him like jumping, like doing like almost like a cat sound, like an angry tiger or something like that. And you see his morning star going towards the Minotaur horns, the one with the sewn mouth, that he seems quite angry. And as he hits him, you see this radiant burst, like everyone's eyes get almost blinded for a second as the heat explodes on his skin, and you see this seared, burned mark where the morning star hit.
You see the Minotaur kind of stumble back a little bit. Gray standing in front of you, Bruce, lets go of you.
I don't let go of him.
You don't let go of him? Okay.
No, absolutely not. If you give me time, I would rage and just hold him and grapple him if you'd allow me to.
Yeah.
But
do we have time to do anything, or are we just observing?
Well,
I
I'm
assume
gonna
you just-
start there, and then I'll work my way around to what you guys are doing. Okay. So make an athletics check. You had time to. Well, I say you wouldn't have time to rage because this is just happening at the moment. So he's moving away from you now. So you can make an athletics, then he will roll his acrobatics.
Come on.
Come on.
Do you want me to roll it, Mo, or?
Oh, I've already rolled it. It's fine.
Okay.
As he tries to pull away, you grab on, and he don't let go, and he kind of looks at you, turns towards the orb, just touches it, and you just see the orb and himself just disappear in front of you.
Fuck. I'm
Uh,
gonna cast command on him.
yeah. All of a sudden. Okay, yeah. While that is happening, what are the rest of you doing at this action? And I'll tell you guys now, there are these militant soldiers are coming to tackle you guys down at the same time. They don't know who you are. They're just coming in, trying to grapple you. Errol, you see two of them engaging towards you, and just says, "Get down! Put the weapon down!"
I guess Errol, seeing Bruce is, concerned about Bruce and Ruin, he'll just shout out loud, "We're leaving!" And he's gonna misty step towards where Bruce is, and try to see if he can get to what I assume is higher ground to see if he can find another exit.
Okay, you misty step. As you misty step, you don't move. As you see the the female wizard who you have a picture of now in the middle looks towards you and counterspells.
Alright, well, Harold doesn't want to get out his bow unless he really has to, so
Get
he's still gonna
down!
be-
Get down!
He's gonna try to
down.
make a run towards Bruce and Ruin to see if he can get to them.
Okay, make a couple of acrobatics
Sure.
check for me.
Okay, acrobatics you said, right?
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Not great, but
All right. As you attempt to run away, one of the guard misses you completely, while the other one looked like he missed you. He grabs you a foot as you fall onto the ground, and he's now like pinning you down, trying to hold you on. You begin to, as this happens, you see the Minotaur turn his head towards this Demona, and they both kind of turn around to look and glare towards these Force Grey members, and then you just see them. There is this kind of, I think Bruce would have seen it, where when he teleported away, when Grey teleported away, you saw this kind of scale that is kind of a magical scale that kind of appeared on his forehead, and then you saw him disappear. And the same thing happens with these two and multiple other cultists that are kind of hooded figures around, just bamf away, and you see Desdemona look angry before she disappears, as well as the Minotaur disappears from the sight as well. However, while that is happening, what are the rest of you doing?
Just to add, Harold, you the one that is pinning you is saying to you, actually, it's better if you don't move, it's better if you stay down. And you all can hear that, like, quite loudly. They're all trying to just make sure that no one leaves. They're not attacking you, killing you, they're just holding you back.
I mean, if they're not using any weapons on me, I'm not using any weapons, so it's just...
You see some of people that are resisting these mercenaries. You see, they're not specifically harming them with a blade, but they're punching them and taking them down in that sense.
I'll cast darkness on myself, or on my dagger in my chest pocket.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold on to Bruce and just say, I'll telepath to him. Let's get the others and let's get out of here quick.
Bruce will actually free himself from your grip, step out of the darkness blob, and will go down onto his knees just as he's sort of staring in the distance and place his hands over his head.
Okay.
Ruin is gonna try and make a break for it.
Yeah. Seeing Bruce do that, I'm assuming he stepped out of the dark. Arrow's gonna just lie down. He's gonna stop fighting.
All right. What are the three of you, Ziggy, Aki, and Yagu?
Ziggy is going to do the same, but he's going to use a bonus action to turn his armor back to the armor of Sir Loven, and use an action to shape change into Sir Loven.
Okay. In front of everyone?
That's the-
Right
that's
there,
the
yeah.
grapple
So I was
check.
about to say, in front of it.
I mean,
Would they notice in the chaos?
Well, they're...
Well, you don't know
they
who's
would,
looking. You don't know who's
Because
looking.
there's like 5 guys coming at you, so...
Yeah, there is a lot of soldiers.
well, I'm also going to drop down and just kind of give up, but I'm going to revert back out of the Dragonborn persona.
Okay. Good to know. All right.
Yep.
As you try to escape, Ruin, make an oppose grapple check, please.
Do I have advantage because I'm in darkness?
They seem to, the one that is tackling you seems to be an elf. You know that doesn't.
Oh,
help.
it's a darkness spell, so it's a magical darkness.
Does Dark Vision still work on magical
True
darkness?
sight.
No. If that's the case, make it an advantage.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, Mo.
Acrobatics?
No, it's fine.
Can I use that?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Advantage, acrobatics.
I'll
Oh,
tell
come
you.
on, man.
You need
Come
to
on.
beat a 23.
So,
No,
No.
I can't see double digits today.
You feel that you've kind of on the darkness, someone is screaming, don't move, I got you, and you feel like you've been just hold.
As you're in this darkness, you see the darkness fade away as well. Everyone else around you, you see the female figure casts another spell to dispel the darkness in front of Ruin synergy. Aki and Yagu.
Do you have something planned? I actually have something, but
Aki's going to turn invisible
whatever.
and do his best to kind of to hide or to get out of the way of anyone that's coming at him, so they wouldn't make physical contact with him.
You cast
Aki
it.
doesn't do cages.
Do you go anywhere? The invisible goes through. Do you go anywhere?
Yeah, just kind of on the outside of the fray. Has every intention of following them after. Doesn't want to try and run away.
Okay. As you step to the side, you see the rugged man kind of turn towards you. You could see he's got. If I could imagine, you could imagine like Constantine. He's kind of that kind of figure, and he kind of looks towards you. His eyes kind of flare up, and then he starts approaching you. So while that's happening, Yagu, go ahead.
Remind me if I'm correct. There was a place, a dark place in the corner of the back of the place we were, right?
Yes, that was, yeah.
Okay, cool. Does it look like I can run through it, or is it already covered with guardsmen? And I want to see if I can get there.
I mean, you can certainly try running towards it. You don't know who will do what. If you're openingly running, there may be people trying to stop you and stuff like that. So, but there is a chance. There's always a chance.
I was afraid for that. In that case, Joku first would rage.
Okay.
And as he does, a gigantic fire panda this time will appear behind him, and it will almost as tall as the entire roof of the building. Like it will emerge out and will light up almost the entire room. And Joku will sprint for it at the back of the room towards the dark side.
Okay. I need you, as you begin to run towards there. Let me just see what the save is. I think it's a wisdom. Let me double check. Oh no, it's a constitution saving throw.
On save, I don't have advantage because of rage, right? That's only on strength.
That's only on strength, yeah.
Oh, it's an 18.
It's pretty good, but not enough. As you begin running, you hear the woman say, "Stand in your place. You have nowhere to escape." And she casts Power Word Stun on you, and you are stunned.
Wow.
All of a sudden, you feel, you see everyone around you being kind of caged up, being chained up. Ruin, you are immediately chained as well, but these chains look a little different to the ones that everyone else is using. They seem to, you feel like it's draining your magic essence, and you are unable to cast spells. Anyone else that had cast spells? Aki, the guy comes up towards you and says, You know I can see you, right?
I'm not going back to jail.
Well, you shouldn't have been here. Raise your
Somebody
hand.
should have been. Where were you?
I'll ask the questions. Lock him up.
Says the person with no answers.
And guards are like, where? And then you just see him kind of points towards you, and all of a sudden, dispel. Your magic is dispelled, and you're invisible. And you just see 4 or 5 guards beginning to kind of come up to you. Some of them with their blades drawn. You raise your hand, and you just see them take shackles out. Again, magical shackles. They seem to immediately as they shackle, you feel your power being drained into this, and you are unable to use your magic. Ziggy, sorry, you transformed, and are you going down as well?
Yeah, pretty much. Just hand on my knees. I'll just say, I'm trying to stop the cult. I am Solovan, the Risen. I'm trying to help.
Errol, I'm assuming he's in binds by now. He's just gonna go.
Also, just a quick note, DMs. If it comes up, my shape change can't be dispelled because that's a genetic thing that isn't magic, but my armor can be.
Yeah. That's fine. You are still taken in. And you mentioned Sir Lovin. You do see anything that you guys are saying is being transcribed and or written down by these other figures that are now stepping into this room now that it is more secured. But you are pulled up and being dragged out into what seems to be a large cart of multiple of them, and you are being thrown into there. As it's being pulled by about 4 horses. And as you're going up, everyone make Aki make a perception check with advantage. Everyone else can make a perception check.
Sure. Okay.
Hey.
Here I go perceiving
Oh,
again.
my-
Now I roll good.
Now I roll
Oh
good.
my god, yes.
Now
it's
yeah.
over and we rolled it.
I rolled okay.
Okay, anyone that got above a 20, you Aki would recognize immediately. But you see, you notice that there is a person on the side, and these are the group of people that were anticipating what was happening, and they're just kind of talking to some of these guards, not locked up. So you assume that they were inside people in this situation as well. As you are thrown into the cart and begin taken away, there is a moment, but there is a guard inside while you are all put to the side on seats. And there are 2 carts that are kind of walking past, but you are all kind of pushed together, so you are all still grouped up in this one cart, and you are making your way towards inside. You notice now when you step outside, you're in the outskirts of Waterdeep. You're beyond the wall, wherever this warehouse was, and now you're being brought back into Waterdeep, and taken somewhere where you guys do not know where. Sorry, let me just turn the music now.
So we are
All
going
things
back
considered.
to Waterdeep City, though.
Yeah.
It seems like
coming. You're
Yeah.
Yeah.
And while we're all sitting together, I'll just say, all things considered, Bruce, Bruin, I'm glad you two are okay, though.
Are there any guards still in here with us before we start moving? Or
there are 2 guards just inside the cart, kind of looking at you guys, making sure that you guys are secure. They pull on the chain a little bit, and doing so and stuff like that.
just quickly as well. You all can see the symbol of the hand with the moon underneath. That is like in blue. That one is the one that all the majority of the people who broke in were wearing. Then you recognize some of these symbols. You know the symbols of the Harpers. That is a secret organization that fights evil. You have the Order of the Gauntlet. That is the one holding the sword. That also you recognize being quite popular. Then you have as well you just recognize the last one as well. That is like some kind of dragon. You know that one is more like the Thieves Guild. The other 2, you just seen them around, but these are all symbols of Waterdeep's different factions.
Any of them from the Hall of Heroes? And I've lanced any of them 2 hours ago.
No, I don't think so. No.
You got
Okay,
the
so
Enclave, the Lord's Alliance. Yeah.
I can't bullshit my way out of this. Sorry, guys.
Aki would like to talk to one of the guards and say, if it's all the same to you, I would rather walk. I don't do well in tight spaces.
That's good to know, but you don't have a choice.
Okay.
Where you're
We'll
going,
see how that works out.
where you're going, you're going to be in much more of an enclosed space.
What crime did we commit?
Do I really need to answer that?
Yes. We were in there doing the same as I believe you guys. We were trying to infiltrate.
Stop right there. I'm not going to answer any of your questions, and you're going to be doing most of the answering once we get to Evermore.
Oh,
I
is
don't
that
suppose
the
I could still have a sending stone call, or is that not Waterdeep standard?
Where you were, and who you guys are, we'll figure it out. But for now, I think you should just zip your trap, and
Fair enough. Sit back.
I'm just gonna keep taking my shackles and I'm just gonna keep banging it onto the floor, trying to annoy the guard.
I'll say to Ruin, we should not aggravate them if we just start truthful. sure we can get out of this just fine.
I can't help
just
it. My
about you.
shackles are too tight.
Dr. Grat's gonna fucking kill me when I get out of here.
Sorry, I'm just trying to find. Can't find it. Okay. All right. You guys are made. Maybe I'll put it somewhere else. I can't even. Not sure. You guys travel for. It seems like a good hour or an hour and a half before you can see that there are these slits in the window in this cart, but you can barely see anything. But you hear the sound of waves crashing, so you know that you're in somewhere at the coastline. You begin to have this kind of waft of smell of sea and fish around you. It is getting dark, so there are lanterns kind of lit on the way. And as you being moved through Waterdeep into the quiet section, you come across this kind of long bridge. You know that you're on a bridge because you can see the kind of coastline, the city outline, the border of the. It seems like you're getting taken out, but it seems like whatever this bridge is connected to Waterdeep, and eventually you find yourself. For those people that can see, is there is a red stone lighthouse which has like a small dock on the side. You see that there are multiple kind of garrisons or barracks that kind of surround this thing, and there is almost a huge like 2 acre of land, an island which you are being taken to. You can, though, when you look down, you can see that the water itself is filled with sharks. You can see they're kind of rotating, spinning around this island and going around. And eventually, you are found yourself inside this place. The gates open, and as the gates open, you are taken inside. However, expectations are when you step up that you're going to be going up. However, they grab your shackles and they begin taking you down into this island. And as you do, you find yourselves seeing multiple cells, jail cells, that are there. Some of them, well, majority of them are quite empty. Let me just see, get more stuff, information as well. You see that the prison is not for petty offenders. There's no people that are here that are have committed little crime as theft and stuff. You see like an individual in his kind of crazed form come up to the jail that kind of look at you all as you all begin to kind of walk past and just smile in fresh. You don't know if they let you guys out, but you see other people just kind of sitting there kind of looking. They look terrifying. They look very intimidating as they kind of walk past as you go past jail by jail, and eventually you guys are taken into jail, separated away from each other. There are multiple people. I mean, there's about 50-60 of you, and you guys are being shifted and moved around and put into multiple jail cells in this place. And as you do, I need Mark to roll me a d20. And before you do roll it, Mark, this will determine how many days you will be in here.
Shit.
As opposed to how
I'm
many
so
opportunities you have to
sorry,
escape.
Let's do this. All right, let's go.
That one.
And
That
we've been
one.
nice by asking
Oh,
Mark not really well.
Why did you pick
Anyone-
me? It's so.
Damn it.
Fuck you
This
two.
is why you were picked.
They knew.
All right, you know what? The whole time we're sitting here, Bruce is just sitting there in his cell, just going, "Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Nobody knows but Saloon."
Ruin's gonna try and make shivs
This
or
is just
something.
it for 19 days.
Wow.
No, but like at first, Errol's annoyed, but then as it goes on, like around the 7th day, nobody knows the trouble I've been through.
Well,
do we get some things to do in these 19 days, or is that just going to
It's
cut
19
scene
days.
straight
Let's
there?
go.
while you are in this prison, I'm going to go through a couple of things that happen. Bruce, as you say that, you you begin to someone kind of like grunts to every time you say saloon. You can hear it. You don't know where it's coming from, and you hear them. Don't say that name. Are you a follower?
You want me to stop? I'll sure. Just why don't you come over into my cell and make me? No? All right. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. And he carries on.
Nobody knows the trouble I've seen.
Where do you
Bruce is
come
being
from?
very ornery. What's it to you? Is he in the next door cell or is he opposite me?
You can hear him coming like a top right cell. You can't see him though. He's speaking within his cell.
What do you care?
Oh, I care a lot. I care that you believe in her. It means a lot to me and my people.
Indeed. He goes up the cell. He sort of leans his head because I doubt he can fit his head to the bar. So, whose people might those be exactly, sir?
I am a believer of Shah. Make a religion check.
Have I heard of Shah and what
Make it
few
with
studies I've done?
Make it with advantage. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Some
Religion.
You,
I'm gonna
yeah,
get
actually.
shanked,
Mhm.
haven't I? A 10. Well,
Oh no.
I
Okay,
feel like it's very
I
basic
think that's
info.
enough, though.
Come on.
Okay. No. Yeah. I mean, I won't say you haven't heard, but you have been doing reading. The only thing that kind of you've been focusing more on saloon, but you were getting
Just think
closer
of
to.
just think of the werewolves adventure because they heard the name many times.
Oh yeah, yeah,
oh,
yeah. They did actually. Um, you know that saloon is a being of light, but the mention of Shah, you know, is the power of darkness, and something about this person. You have kind of tugged on a string that has kind of piqued his interest. You don't know for what reason. Maybe you've become a target for him. But he's in a prison cell. You've got nothing to worry about.
Yeah, and you remember that the jackal wares that you met from the Amber Dune establishment, they were actually followers of Shah.
okay. Oh, Bruce, still with his head leaning against the bars, says, "Well, I'm sure it doesn't matter whose god you keep when we're stuck in here. So nobody knows the trouble I've seen." And he carries on.
Do you stay at the do you stay at the gate to kind of figure out where he comes where his voice comes from?
He's still leaning against the bars. Well, obviously no one else will notice. He keeps his hand to, I'm assuming it's his breast pocket or something, where he keeps the tier and where Reapy Cheap nominally should be.
Hmm.
Upon hearing the name Shah, but he's trying to make sure that he's on certainly the surface level. He doesn't give a shit about this guy, and for the most part doesn't. But there's a little nagging feeling of that doesn't sound good. This Shah individual was bad juju when he was doing what reading he's done.
Okay. A couple of days go past, and you are all still stuck in there. You hear people saying, some of the people that were with you guys being like, no, this is not good. I shouldn't be here. I didn't know this was. Where are we? And you hear someone say, you're in Evermore. You're stuck here. They're not gonna let you out. They'll interrogate you, like they did with me. And you just hear them. No. A couple of people are kind of a couple of people are kind of like hesitant in speaking. The other people are just being like quiet in their cells. However, after these 2 days, um, anyone want to do anything or say anything or try anything? Go ahead, Aki.
Aki wants to do two things because he spent a little time in prisons wrongfully, in his opinion.
Yeah.
The first thing he wants to try and do is figure out which guards are on most often, especially at night, and see if he can sweet talk any of them into just being a bit pallier, finding out a bit about what's going on. The other thing he wants to do is whenever there's long periods of time there are no guards, he will be kind of right up against one particular bar near a wall, if there's any that look looser than others, very gently blowing fire, trying to heat it. Trying to heat up just this one bit to see if he can loosen anything.
Okay. For all of you guys, you have been all your items have been confiscated. That's for sure. So you don't have any of your items with you. As you're walking past, it's only you see there is very little guards. They're not expecting anyone to escape, but after the day and a half, you do see one person walk past, just looking in, just checking, and there is a person that brings you all food. Just basic rations, just once a day. So who do you want to sweet talk?
Well, the one with the food, I would imagine.
You see, it's a scrawny little gnome. He seems to just have like a trolley of rations, which he's kind of just picking up and then pushing through. He comes to you and just takes it out. He doesn't say anything to anyone, and it kind of pushes it through. And he pushes it through, and he's about to go away. What do you say?
Akio, as he's pushing it through, will go to take. Is it like on a tray or a plate or something, or
just this small little tray? Yeah.
As he's taking it, Aki will grab the plate with his huge claw, comparatively, and get his hand at the same time as the plate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You shouldn't be doing this. If I tell them, they will punish you.
What, for holding your hand?
Can you let go? I'm feeling very uncomfortable, and I have a job to do.
We're just holding hands. You see how nothing bad is happening.
I am feeling very uncomfortable. Please, just let go. If you want to ask me something, you can do it without touching me, okay?
Oh, very well. It is cold in here. But we can let go. And Aki will take his hand off. So, how often have you wrongfully imprisoned people? Is it something?
Oh, I just work here. I got a job to just.
Oh yes, you just work here. Of course you do. You're not part of the problem. You just work here.
I mean, yeah, I'm just the food guy. I just bring the food to people.
You're comfortable with that, locking people up because you don't like the look of us or where we're standing.
I mean, I don't have keys. I didn't lock you up.
Yeah, you just work here. You have no influence. You don't know where the keys are. And you're happy to let people who are wrongfully imprisoned remain so.
I mean, I'm not the one you have to convince. I'm not the judge. I'm not judging you. I'm just here to give you food.
I think everybody else who was arrested were just working. You see how that makes them guilty of something?
I mean, what I've heard is that you guys were in a cult meeting.
I was trying to get our adoptive daughter back from them. But nobody has asked us that. They just threw us in prison. They do this a lot.
Well, they're going through a lot of interrogations. They'll get to you eventually. Hopefully in another day or two.
They're busy. I should stay in prison because they're busy and you just work here.
Look, I can't really do anything. What do you want me to do? Here.
Move us up the queue so we can tell them. If you have no power, we'll talk to them. But we do need to do it sooner rather than later, because we are looking for a young girl who was kidnapped by this cult. And in the meantime, we're in the basement of a tower on an island in the middle of nowhere. And she's alone. Have you ever been alone?
I'm alone most days. I live alone. Yeah.
You like it?
Kinda, yeah.
I don't think she's alone. I think she's with cultists. I think they're hurting her. Do you like being hurt?
No.
Send somebody down to talk to us.
Make a persuasion check, but with disadvantage.
Okay. Come on.
Or an intimidation check with disadvantage.
I'll take that all day long. Persuasion.
He kind of,
18.
as you say that, and kind of push away from the conversation, he kind of starts wheeling the cart off again, stops, kind of turns towards you, and then just carries on walking, passing the food down without saying anything or acknowledging anything. But you've given him food for thought. So we'll see where that ends up. All right. Yep.
One thing. How I'm thinking like old medieval cell
Mhm.
is what I'm trapped in. How bad are the conditions? Like, is
Pretty
there
bad.
a rat? Is there a rat and like maybe the dead carcass of the previous owner of this cell?
No carcasses. You do see some rodents around here and there.
No body.
No bodies. No. You're put into a cell. You kind of yeah. Go ahead.
I just to say, just check the messages later in Roll20, just so we don't say contradict each other.
I was thinking Guantanamo Bay. That's honestly what was going through my
Yeah.
head.
Yeah, I have this idea that there's like maybe like a full just like skeleton that's like a few like 20 years old in my cell with me. Is that not the case?
Okay. Yeah. You. Sorry. Say that again. Say that again.
I'm kind of getting this idea that there's like people are kept in here till they basically become dust. And I was wondering, are they like the last person who used my cell? Are his or her remains still there?
No, you do not see
No?
any remains or anything like that around.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it's kind of like a cold, desolated place,
Yeah.
but there is some basic hygiene. It's not like a
Okay.
really bad place.
What I'm getting at is that if I had a skull, I'd have all my spells back. Is
Yes.
what I'm getting at.
Yeah. No.
So no. Okay.
You're not in a jail cell where they keep like dead bodies around and stuff like that. The people that took you were people of authority, and you
Okay.
expect that they're keeping you here for some time before you get questioned. However, as another few days go by, is there anything else anyone wanted to do?
While those days are passing by, every time Errol gets food, he's gonna eat half and leave the other half for any passing rodents, and just basically feed them while he's just sitting against a wall. And that's all he's gonna be doing while occasionally singing, "Nobody knows the trouble."
Make a fate roll.
Okay, always high, so it's gonna be a high roll.
Let's harmonize.
RPG passed the key.
That's a low roll, so I'm probably gonna get bitten while feeding.
No. It happens. Nothing else happens. You give some of the rodents, they eat it. Nothing really truly
Yeah,
happens.
I'm just feeding them half of whatever I donate, and I'm like, nobody knows.
All right.
No trouble I've
Oh.
seen.
Akio keeping it
also-
socially engineer the gnome.
As you've
Oh.
been a few days here as well, you notice that the reason why there is not that many security, you actually see like things that seem mechanical, like there is some kind of floating gems that you see at certain times during the day. There is kind of like you notice that certain parts of the floor seems to be plated with traps, so the place itself is full of mechanical ways of people not escaping. So that you gather that after a few days, that's why there is almost no human security, because the prison itself is full of it.
Are
But
there
I-
any candles?
It's mainly magical
Magical light.
globes, yeah, magical
Okay.
flame, like continual flames. Mainly in your cells, they are quite bright and annoying,
Yeah.
like in a way that it actually makes you even more stressed. It keeps
Okay.
like goes like from pitch black to super bright.
Okay.
We're still in magical shackles.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
You are.
Hmm.
Could
I
I
don't need. I couldn't ritual cast anything.
Lucky, what were you gonna do?
You go, Lucky.
Yeah, like it.
could I try talking to whoever like the biggest baddest prisoner is?
You
I'm
don't
gonna
really.
ask around like who's the head honcho.
You don't get any response until a person goes, "Oh, it depends. Depends. I heard that Squashmo is in here. Yeah, he got captured. A giant warband about 9 months ago, rampaging around.
Squashmo?
Squashmo. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
is he in our cells? Is he with us?
No. I just heard whispers, rumors. Words get around slowly by cell by cell. Oh, I know as well that Rainier Mac once was here.
Rainier Macklins?
Yeah, you ever heard of her?
No, but please do tell.
Oh, Force Grey captured her. She was a spell-plagued wizard, guilty for kidnapping and murdering dozens to advance their unspeakable spell plague experiment.
Well, if I make a deal with you, if I give you my rations for the next 2 days, could you spread word of a possible club inside the prison?
What type of club? Can I be in it?
Of course you can. You can. I'll tell you what. I'll make you my co-assistant in the club. You could be co-president with me,
Oh, I like
and it's
that.
going to be a fight club.
A fight club.
A fight club, yes. And eventually,
Yes.
and this is our secret that stays between us. We'll use the fight club to start a riot.
A riot.
Yes. Shh. Yes. I'll give you my ration for the next 2 days. This stays between us, and let's start
All right,
our
throw
own
it.
fight club.
Throw it over, and you can see he's opposite you. He's waiting for you to throw it, and you see when he kind of steps out, you see that this is a quite short, stout, kind of shorter hands than a usual not like a goblinoid. He kind of steps out and hobgoblin, and he goes, "Yeah, all right, shit, throw it over."
Do I have your word?
Oh yeah, you have my word.
Can
What
I
do you-
inside check him to see if I believe him?
Sure, go ahead.
16?
1 second.
Please
Yeah.
don't be a good liar.
He seems to be telling the truth. What's the club going to be called?
What do you think would be a good club name? I'm thinking Bottomless Pits.
Sure. What's your name, by the way?
The name's Ignis. I'll toss him the ration.
Thanks.
Of course. So, we'll both start gathering fighters, and
You see him just
and
turn around and walk back to see
oh,
your
you
ration.
fucking played me. Are you not gonna help me fight a club or start a club?
You got any
Oh,
more
oh.
food?
I've got loads of food.
Just send it over.
Oh no. We start the club now. You've got 1 day's worth of rations right now.
Oh,
You can have my two.
we've already started the club. I mean, you are members.
Yes, but I want more members.
All right. I'll
And then
try my best to get the word around.
and this is what'll happen. We'll take the losers' rations. We get a percentage, and the winners or whoever bets on them.
How are you
We'll split
supposed
that way.
to how are you supposed to fight if we're not allowed to get out the cells?
Are we all in individual cells? I figured it was like.
Nope, individual cells. He goes. I mean, I've been here for about 14 years.
Well, you're thinking too much. Let the president think for you.
All right, you keep thinking. If you have more food, just send it over. I'm kind of hungry.
Oh, of course. One more question. Because we're good friends now, right? We trust each other.
Sure. Yeah. We trust each
Have
other.
you ever heard of someone escaping? Any secret passages? Any tricks? Any spoon tunnels?
Not in this prison. No, I don't think so. There's too much magic. I think too much magic everywhere. They're pretty secure. No one can teleport in or out from this place, from what I've heard.
All right, fine. Well, here you go, and I'll toss him my last piece of my ration.
He takes it. We could be good friends for you. You make good company. You'll be good to speak to you every day for the rest of our lives.
No. My friends over there. The one with the singing and the other one who's feeding the rats. No, they've got a plan to get us out. Maybe you could come with us.
You know, I've heard a lot of people say that. I think you're the fourth person that's been in my time here. Mention about escape. Never happened.
What's your name, by the way? I never caught it.
You can call me Punko.
Unko? Okay.
Yeah, that's what my friends used to call me, Punko.
Okay. Well, I promise you. On the word of the Caravan of Chaos, the Cox, we'll get you out of here.
Caravan of Chaos. Oh, interesting. All right. Yeah. Okay. That'd be great.
Yeah.
I could just get back to what I was doing before.
Yeah.
So I'm out.
What did you? You know what? I don't want to know. Don't worry about it.
All right. Well, we've got a lifetime to spend together. We can discuss all the stories.
Oh no! It's not a lifetime. Stop saying that. It makes me feel uncomfortable.
All right. And as you continue this kind of conversation, yeah, go ahead.
As well, Mo, if I will need everyone to roll 3d6, and this will be the number of kilograms that you will lose within these 19 days.
Gotcha.
I only weigh like a pound.
Yeah, so 1 kilogram is like a 2 point. I think it's
2.2.
2.2. Yeah.
I got a 13, so
Yeah. So just make a note of that,
Yep.
and you can deduct that from your character's current
Yep.
weight if you are tracking it. I'll make a note too. Damn.
There's 20
So
pounds.
14. Yes, so 20 pounds for Steve.
so I'm
Do we
skinnier
use
boy.
encumbrance?
Hmm?
Do we use encumbrance?
I mean,
No, we don't.
Okay.
it's just for us, but
Your body weight. That's what he's talking about.
your
Yeah,
body,
okay.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, just body weight.
Which
You are very, very unencumbered at the moment.
hey, Andy finally Bruce finally got on
What
that
happens
night
if we
plan.
lose more weight than we weigh?
I don't think Andy heard that.
On your case, it will be kind of proportional to yours, so it won't be kilograms because you don't weigh a kilogram yourself.
Hey, I was gonna
Yeah.
say at most I'm like maybe 20 pounds. That's what I said.
Yeah, so based
actually, I
on
should probably
that,
convert 13 kilograms to pounds
Let's see. Okay.
because I can do that. 20. Okay, never mind. I should actually subtract further. Okay.
I guess
Now,
in your case it will be grams rather than kilograms, actually.
I'll
Probably.
just say I'm 15 pounds. Now I'm.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Cool.
There we go.
Okay. As you rest for the 6th night, during the middle of the night, two things happen. Firstly, you see the gnome approach your cell, Aki. And he goes, I've I've told a friend, one of the guards. I told him that I believe you're innocent. We're good friends, you know. And I've told him that they'll speak to someone in the higher places and try to get you out a little sooner. I can't promise you anything. At first I thought you were quite intimidating, with the wing and the claws and stuff, but something in my gut tells me that something good in you.
I mean, I guess you overcame what you thought of me when you saw me. So thank you for trying. What was your name?
People just call me Jim. Jim. Uh, it's Gymnast, but they just call me Jim.
Jim. I'm Aki.
Okay. You know what? Here, and you see him pull out extra 2 rations for you, and gives them to you.
Thank you, my friend.
All right. I'll see you tomorrow. Hope everything goes well.
I'm not going anywhere. Will you let me know if you hear anything about our timeline here? It's getting silly. Some of my
Yeah, they said that.
companions I came in here with are not looking very well.
Yeah, my friend said that they've gone through about a quarter of the people that were taken in. So maybe in the next couple of days you'll be calling, and you can just tell them everything, and hopefully they'll let you free.
Is there any chance you can take these shackles off me?
I don't
I
have
don't.
I don't have the keys. I'm so sorry. If it was up to me, I definitely would. I believe you. You know.
Okay.
You can see he's being pretty sincere.
Hmm.
Yeah, not lying to you.
Okay. Well, have you got?
If you don't,
Could you bring me any drawing materials?
you know what? I'll try.
Parchment?
I'll try.
Anything?
Yeah, sure. I see you do a lot of ink.
I do, Jim. It passes the time.
All right. Yeah, I'll try to. I'll get it for you. And you hear from a distance, Jim, Jim. It just echoes down, Jim, Jim. And then he goes, oh, I gotta go. And then you see him just walk on, passing through to the people. However, a few hours later, when it does get quite restless for you all, and you're all sleeping, Ruin. As you're resting there, hungry, you can feel your stomach kind of grumbling. The rations are not enough to fill the hunger of a dragon, even though you are in a fairy form. But as you sit there, trying to sleep for the night, you see a glow. Your necklace, your neckband begin to glow, and all of a sudden, you see this kind of projection of Willoughby and Celebi. However, it is fuzzing and shifting, and as they speak, all you hear is meet neckband needs message us. We fix,
We fix.
and then just disappears.
Who the hell was that?
You know who Willoughby and Celebi are. Yeah.
Oh, I thought I didn't.
No, you know who these two are.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Um, I'm gonna keep hitting like the necklace. Come on, please work.
As you hit it, this kind of spark kind of hits your hand, and you just
Ah.
It's just it's just a gem now, sort of like embedded in your
Well,
neck.
it was
It's like
the
a
collar's
coin.
here. I'm just imagining him. He's just like,
Yeah.
It's like a little coin now.
oh, God. I'm gonna try and shout, Yagu.
Yaga.
Yagu.
Do I hear it or?
Make a perception check.
Sure. E-team?
You do?
Ah. What? What?
Can you come? Wait, oh shit, we're far apart. When we get a chance, could you do me a favor? Favor?
Ah.
Favor.
What this time? This time. Time.
My necklace. It's someone's trying to message me through it. Through it.
How is that a favor? Favor.
From a corner in a pool of grease, you see the oldest man you've ever seen opposite of you, Yagu in a cell. Stand up! I'm trying to slice! Rest! And you hear like resonating, like this kind of like you thought for a while there was a puddle of grease, but it's actually a person just buried on it.
All right.
Brilliant.
As you sleep for that 6th day, and you wake up on the 7th day, everyone, apart from Yagu, you feel a little bit under the weather. The lack of food in this place. You're used to munching a little bit more to keep up with your, strength that you need to carry your, yourself, your weapons, and everything around you. You feel a little bit under the weather. However, days go ticking by. 8, 9. On the 9th day, you see Jim come, give you a pencil and a paper, and he says, "Make sure you don't you don't tell anyone, or show this to anyone. I could get into trouble." But he,
Sure.
as the days kind of go by, 10, 11, he keeps coming back to you, and he's like, "So what exactly happened? Can you tell me? I want to know about these cultists. Are you actually part of it?"
Of a cult?
Yeah, you were brought in with them. Why would you? I know that you said that. Were you there in the wrong place at the wrong time?
We've been attacked by them before. We thought we might learn something by trying to convince them we were interested. Can I insight check if he's listening because he's bored, or if he's listening on behalf of the guards, or if he's listening just because he's actually a bad guy?
Oh, make an insight check. Go ahead.
Out of interest, are any of us close enough to hear these conversations?
Not next to Aki. No one's that
No.
next to him. He seems to be definitely not a bad guy in that sense, like you think, but he's not. It doesn't seem like trying to get information for someone else. Probably just trying to get information for his curious. But something about him, you just feel. You just go. Should I be saying anything to him? Why is he asking me so many questions? And it's not so many questions at the same time. It's just gradual questions throughout every time he comes and visits you.
No, we are seekers of Candlekeep.
Oh wow! That's that library, right?
Yeah. We came across some cultists on an errand. We recognized we had some previous business with them. It was worth finding out what was going on.
What do you actually mean by business? You mean you were trying to do something together or against them? I don't get it.
We have had trouble with them before.
Okay.
Candlekeep seekers travel a lot, so we come across bad guys more than once.
You keep saying we.
Suspicious.
What? There's more of you?
Oh, me, he's just kind of gesturing in a fairly general manner down the hall.
Yeah.
Me, the fairy, the turtle, the half-orc, the elf. What does Ziggy look like currently? Actually, what would Ziggy have looked like the last time Aki saw him?
The last time Aki saw him, he was currently shifting from a purple dragonborn into a human man.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
Aki will say, and the slightly elderly
Currently,
human.
he is shifting in and out of many different forms uncontrollably.
Uncontrollably. Okay. Well, the last thing he saw was, and the human man. Aki has learned to go along with whatever you're currently telling. So, so we traveled together as seekers. We were all there to try and figure something out.
So you're quite deep into this. I mean, you tried to infiltrate this cult organization or whatever it is. Does
You
that
make it sound very difficult. It wasn't.
from what?
People like no, they are convinced they are right. So telling them that they are right is kind of all you have to do to make them believe you.
Jim. Oh, I have to go. I'm sorry. All right. I'll speak to you soon.
Sure. Aki will give him a drawing that he's done of him in the intermittent days, so that he can kind of befriend him a bit, but also give him the evidence back that he's been nice to him.
You know, if you're okay, you said your name's Aki, right?
Yes,
Maybe I could put in a good word. Do you have a last name? Do you have relatives anywhere?
I have. I have some family, but I don't know if relatives is the right word. Everybody that means anything to me is in here. The ones I talked about.
Okay. Do you have names for them?
Oh, you can ask them. We're all nice people. We're all in this together.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll do that.
Who's next to me? Aki won't know who's next to him unless it's somebody who's been singing, I guess.
Probably. Errol is. You can hear him singing from time to time.
Nobody knows.
Try the tone deaf elf next door.
Catchy, actually.
All right. Um, he gives you your rations and moves on to the next person. He exchanged words with you, Harold. He he just says, "Oh, I've talked to your friend down the thing. Aki is his name. Gives you your food and stuff like that. He says that you're together. I'm trying to help you guys somehow. As best as I can. What's your name?
Harold Emmerfield, from the Sword Coast. Yeah, we traveled together, we're in a caravan, and, yeah, we were just trying to get through a cult, which, you see how that turned out? And, thanks for the food, though. And he'll just start distributing to the rats.
Okay.
Anything else for you, Mr.
Oh, just Jim. Probably heard.
Mr. Jim? Alright.
Yeah. Gives you your rations and then goes, "Oh, it's okay. I'll see you later." And then
Later,
he
Jim.
walks off. Another day goes by. 11, 12, 13. Bruce, while you are in this deep meditation, as you don't know how long you're going to be in here. The question to both Bruce and Aki: how long did you guys stay in the
Westgate.
Westgate? Yeah.
We never
I-
discussed. We never discussed how
Length?
long it was.
Yeah.
No, but we discussed the means of our incarceration and eventual escape. I can't see it being more than 3 or 4.
No,
It
3 or
wasn't
4
long.
days.
It was long. It was long enough to know, like, when the guard with the key was coming by, which allowed Bruce, I imagine, to reach through and just go and crack him on the gate, and then get the keys. Well, you were already using your claw to pick the lock on yours, and by the time Bruce had opened the door, you're kind of, like, huh? Nice job. You will get
He
here.
torched the place on the way out. Yeah. So I guess a few days.
Okay. During this time, as you meditate, you focus as Bruce, but in the head you begin to hear, "You got us into this mess, get us out. Or let me out, so I can break the balls."
No, I don't think so. You very nearly would have gotten us all killed.
I don't know why you did that. I wanted to punch him in the face!
Oh, you ought to do a lot worse than punch him in the face. I'm there, remember?
That
Tell
was,
me,
a,
what do
that
you
was
think
our
happened?
chance, Bruce!
You know something, Bruce? As much as I would like to kill that man, that's not my priority. And you know that. I thought it was yours too. So what is it then?
You know where my priorities lie.
I thought I did. We're talking now. And then, I think this is the first time you've actively put us in danger. I want that man dead, but not at the expense of us all. Not the expense of her.
Just go silent.
Well, we're not going anywhere, are we? Next time you have something you wish to say, bloody well say it. Or at the very least think about what you've done. Or tried to do, I should say. Bruce, you're as much my brother as anyone else could. Oh, as strange as that may seem. Please don't forget that. No more then.
You rest for the night and more days go past. 15, 16. Yagu, you are feeling this incarceration taking a toll on yourself, on your body. You feel like you've caught yourself a little illness.
I'm a paladin, I can't get diseases. I have immunity to it.
Wait, at this level?
Yeah, I believe you got it at level
That's level 3, babe.
3.
Oh,
Yeah.
3? Oh, wow, that's so low. Fair enough.
but I get it, Joku gets a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, it's a cold.
Yagu gets a
Two.
cold, yeah. 2, oh yeah, he's done. Yep, I'm fine.
It's food poisoning.
We're not eating.
18 days go by, and it is on the 19th day. As you are in here, you hear the gates open from the other side, as you begin to hear footsteps coming towards all of you. I need everyone here to roll me d20, please.
Gotcha. D20.
Here we go.
Okay, please.
Are we calling it or just then?
No, just roll it, please.
Roll it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there we are.
Ooh.
I rolled the highest. I don't know. Oh,
Ooh,
well, I didn't roll the highest.
never mind.
I hope
Off
that's
the
good.
throne. Today's
That's
Aki's
bad.
episode. It's
Yeah, today is Aki's episode. Well, it's a good thing. Okay, let's start with Aki and Ziggy, as he got the second highest. You see guards walk past the rest of you until they stop in front of a group stop in front of Aki's cell. Step back, as they say.
That's fine.
Take a few step back. The gate opens. Come with us. You see about 3 guards there.
Aki will pick up his neatly folded coat and head off with them.
All right. Another set of group stand outside. Shapeshifter, up.
Fine.
Gates open. Let's go.
On my way.
You can hear Aki's nails hitting all the bars and all the other things on the way past, just to be as noisy as possible.
Yeah. As you do that, You make a fate roll.
Okay. Hi. Oh, well, broke the streak.
All right. As you kind of go past, you hear one of the guards says, "I wouldn't do that if I were." As you see this claw just come out from one of the thing and slash towards you, and you get slashed across the chest, and you take 8 points of slashing damage. Whoosh! And then you see the guards just whack their hand and just put a pole in there to shove this person back.
What the hell?
I warned you.
A little more warning. What? Right.
You get
Paint a
pushed.
line on the floor or something, man.
You get pushed towards past these gates that you once came to, and are taken into a side chamber. And as you do, you actually see Ziggy there as well for a moment before he's taken into a separate room, and you are taken into another room. As this happens, I need everyone that has not been taken to go deafen, please.
Okay.
I went to the toilet.
Before we do it, is this the sign that we?
Yeah, sure,
Undeafen?
sure. I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll do that.
That's not undeafened. Okay.
That's the undeafen. All right. As Ziggy, you enter into this room. You see that immediately you feel this wave of energy. Make an Arcana check, actually. You as well, Aki.
10.
Okay. It's this magic which has been forced upon you, and as you see a table there, Ziggy, and a chair for you to sit down. There is this kind of in the corner. There is this light that kind of beams towards your kind of eye, similar to your cell, but it's probably interrogation techniques. Sitting opposite you is Cisco.
Yeah, you see once more the same Tabaxi. He's got gray fur, blue eyes, clad in full chain armor. And you can see also he's wearing a holy symbol that you recognize being Tempus, the god of war. Oh, okay. Here we are, he says, like with this righteousness on his voice.
Yes, here we are. What do you want? When can we get out?
I will be asking the questions here, I'm afraid. But you will get to ask some after as well. Tell me, what are your full names, current affiliation, and current residency?
We just go by Ziggy. And
What's your full name?
sorry, was just that.
Ziggy, as
Yep.
you open your mouth and say that, maybe your hesitancy or anything felt like it was forced. The name, you weren't forced to say it, but when you said it, it was as if you were compelled to tell the truth.
Fair enough. Well, I never picked the last of the guys, so it's just Ziggy.
Okay. You don't have. You don't know when you were born? Don't you have a birth certificate that you ever saw? I'm so confused.
My memory was wiped years ago. I was in the Feywild. I know that much. That's about it.
You see, there is another person in the room that's taking notes down as you speak.
We're Seeker, Candlekeep. Yeah.
Okay. Do you
That's all right.
reside in Candlekeep as well?
Yes, we were trying to help my friends fight a team out. I suppose that's what we were there to do.
Okay. Well, sure. So, let's move to the next question. Where were you doing at the cult gathering? You are answering already to that, but please elaborate.
Right. Despite their good intentions, they can be quite stupid sometimes and decided to fight a group of supporters I think they intended for our help, but it didn't end out well. Some of them almost died. Maybe they did die.
Why
We haven't
didn't
seen
you
them in a while.
report the incident to the authorities?
It wasn't. We didn't have time to. We thought we could take him.
You see on his eyes that as you are talking, as you're compelled to tell the truth, he keeps nodding and nodding.
Okay. Have you reported or discussed this incident with anyone before you went to it? Is anyone else that you are aware of knows when the meeting was gonna take place and all this information?
No, we only recently came back to the party.
Okay. I have an offer to make you as well. If you tell me any reason, any true reason why you can prove to me that any of your companions are in somehow part of the cult, you will be able to perhaps leave earlier if proven innocent, and they will stay longer for the days that you leave early. So, do you truly believe that none of them had any part to do with the cult of the one Dragon Queen?
We've all been betrayed by the Dragon Queen before. We won't do that.
So
We were
none of
trying to
you
stop them.
have any alliance with her
We
prior.
were trying to stop them.
Are you sure this will determine you could leave earlier?
We
One
we were
name.
we were trying to stop them. We,
Okay.
Ziggy, Zilovan, Yardu, Aki, Errol, Ruin, and Bruce. We were all trying to stop them. Was
All
John
right.
there? John wasn't there.
That
Maz wasn't
is
there
okay.
either.
All
He's
right.
gone.
All right. That's good. Thank you. You may be escorted back.
All right.
Uh,
As the
Do you want me
interrogation.
to deafen as well?
Not
Do you
yet.
want me
Sorry.
to?
Not yet. Not yet. You're fine. As this interrogation is going on one side, simultaneously, as you enter into this room, Aki, you see the similar features, a light in the hair. You see someone who's scribing on the side, but you don't see who's interrogating you. Opposite to you, there's no one on the chair. You're made to sit down, and you wait for a couple of minutes before entering into the room. You turn to the right, and you have to look down, as there is a gnome fellow, which you recognize immediately as Jim, who sits opposite you. So here we are, Aki. Thank you for talking to me earlier. I am I'm part of the Force Grey. I'm going to ask you a few questions here. I asked you already, but you are under a spell where you are forced to tell the truth, and this will give me a good indication of who you really are and what you have told me, if any of it has been a lie. So, please just state your name, your current affiliation, who you're with, and where you currently stay, if you do not mind. You just see him kind of look down at his papers.
I'm disappointed you were not truthful with me when I was truthful with you, Jim.
Okay, we'll see if that's the case. Could you please state your name and what I've asked for?
Aki, Flamakaster. Does it matter that I gave myself this name?
I mean, it is your name, right?
It is how I introduce myself.
Why do you have another name?
I might, but I don't know it.
You see them look towards and just write it down. Okay, go ahead.
Seeker of Candlekeep. I have never had an address. Candlekeep is as close as I have come.
Okay. Well, why don't you just give me your account of your reasoning why you were at the cultist gathering? I know you've told me this so far, but just repeat yourself, if you may, if you don't mind asking.
Does this only affect me, this spell, or if I were to ask you something, would you tell me the truth?
I probably will have to tell you the truth, but I will probably not answer. I'm not the one that's being interrogated, so it's best that you answer so that we can ensure your innocence and get you out of this horrible place.
Okay, Jim. I have been in prison several times because of who I am and what I look like. This time, at least I was standing next to bad people. And I like you better than the last people who falsely imprisoned me.
Yeah,
I was
about that.
there
Mhm.
to get Nadalia back, if I could.
And who is this Nadalia?
Nadalia is our charge. She is the adopted daughter of our caravan.
And what?
He was taken from us by a former member who was corrupted by Tiamat. He was there, and we were very close to grabbing him until such point as you all stormed in and scared them away.
Okay, so can you just this? You see him getting curious about you mentioning this other member. This other member's name? Could you please state that?
Grey. Ironic, no?
Is that this? Does he have another name?
Grey Van Dreg is the name he gave us, but I can't speak to the truth of it.
You see them writing it down. Okay. Sorry. Let's just go back to this charge of yours. Is this a person from this realm? What is this? How did quickly in short terms? How did he come to you? How did you become the charge?
We rescued her from another group of evildoers, and while we thought we were doing her a favor, and we were charged with, well, one of us specifically was charged with her protection, but we all adopted her. He was charged by Saloon.
Okay.
He is, his relationship with her is a little complicated to me, but he was charged with her protection. We were all to look after her, and then we were betrayed by Grey.
And
He took her.
This is Bruce, the person that
Bruce the half-orc,
Bruce the
who I can only assume is still where you left him.
Yes, we're getting through quite a few people. But okay. All right. So Candlekeep, you were not there for the intention of being part of the cult. I got that.
I am a follower of the Traveler.
It's a very unique deity to follow. But like you said, you don't have a home. You're always wandering, right? Is that what you were saying?
That is as close to how I would put it. Yes, that will do.
But you do reside in Candlekeep now. That is correct.
More often than not, the last 6 months, I guess.
Okay, I think I have more than enough, and things that you've told me before and to now do align. You can take him to the cell now, and we'll be in touch.
You're taking me back to my cell?
Different cell. And you see him
Jim.
nod, and you see the guards come next to you, pick you up, and you are escorted out as well as Ziggy, and you are both taken and put into the same cell and put there. However, as you are both put there, you are now both in one cell. We're going to jump to the other players, so please, both of you, go put yourself on mute and.
Actually, yeah.
Do we
We're good?
do Luke and I now have to do it?
Actually, I was thinking that up to you. Mo.
No, actually you don't, but don't say anything.
Are we good to unmute?
Yeah,
You're good, right? Yeah.
Luke, you
Okay.
don't need to do this.
yeah, he's just eating. He's just munching away. So
Yeah, no, it's just I deafened myself, and then Aki started talking and then pointing. And I was like, "What did I miss?"
No,
Aki's just
no
very
worries.
expressive with his hands.
Okay,
yeah.
do I deafen now?
No, you're okay. Don't worry.
Yeah, you're okay. You don't need
okay.
to defend yourselves.
Okay, so
anymore.
what did we get? Okay, so who's 15 and Ruin? So Yagu and Ruin. Bruce and I guess Harold. Both of you deafen yourself, while the other two. You are gods come to you, and you see a god kind of. Are you okay, Tortul?
I'm okay.
All right, stand up.
Okay, oh fuck! Oh my back! Oh my back!
I want to make sure I'm not.
Oh, I should have
my-
stretched and not laid in my shell for 19 days. Oh fuck! Give me a moment. Do we have a walking stick or anything? Oh, this is a bad one. Oh,
All right. You see them pull out a quarterstaff. You can use this.
thank you.
And you are
He will take it and he will walk with them.
okay. You are escorted further down. The same thing to you, Bruin Synergy, as you are there. It's you need to come with us.
Can I get food at least, please?
After.
Yes, we are aware you gave some of your food away. Your rations are yours, I'm afraid. But you can have some water.
I guess that'll fill my stomach up for now. Yagu?
Yeah.
You okay?
As you are again taken, the guards usher you. Do not speak to the other prisoner. Keep moving.
Can I try to telepath?
Nothing happens. And you are escorted out of these gates and taken into separate rooms. This time I'll stop. Ruin, you are taken into a room, and you see Yago going into a similar room, but away from you. And as you enter into this room, the doors open. There is a table there. There is a scribe who's sitting in the far left corner. And as you both kind of step into this room, I need you both make an Arcana check because you feel this force of magic take over you.
Goo feels nothing.
I had to read
He's too hungry.
Okay, and then
Did you make a roll?
14?
Yeah.
Okay. Ruin, you've sensed this magic before, and you've sensed Yagu use this on you. But when he did, you had the kind of chance to resist it. But this time, there is no resistance. It's compelling you, and as you sit down, you're both compelled to tell the truth. As you sit down, you see opposite to you is a person who's currently smoking, going through papers. Alright. I just need a few questions. You are under a spell of Zone of Truth, so please do not lie. You're the one that cast the darkness magic before. That was cute, but well.
Oh, it was more than just cute. It was amazing.
Sure. Yep. Right. Yeah. So all I need from you is your full name, current affiliations, and your current residency.
My full name is Ignis the Hungry.
Alright.
I currently reside in Candlekeep, and occupation, I'm one of the seekers.
Candlekeep. You see him look towards the scribe who's writing notes down.
Yeah.
So, what were you doing at the cult gathering?
I was there to get answers.
What answers?
To fix myself.
What's wrong with you?
A lot of things.
We can be here all day. So,
Oh shit.
I'd
I
rather you just tell me straightforward than trying to be behind the bush. Fix this one.
I oh god, I really hope you believe me. I used to be a dragon.
They both go cock their heads a little bit, look towards each other.
A dragon. Yeah.
A dragon.
That's what he said.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay.
I was a black dragon. It was many centuries ago, but
Black dragon.
I was Ignis the Hungry. I still am.
So oh, you're a fake creature. Was there any magic put upon you? Do you know if anyone has tried to alter your memory to make you think that you are this creature?
No one's altered my memory.
Oh, all right. Let's explore this notion of you being a dragon. You went there because you were trying to fix yourself, and what is it that you were trying to fix?
My body. I'm not exactly me. If you've noticed.
Okay.
I wanted power. Simple as that.
And you thought, by joining this cult, you would gain this
No,
power.
no. We weren't joining any cults.
You keep saying we.
Yes, I'm with the Caravan of Chaos. They're my friends.
Yeah, they all speak in plural. Kane, I'll say that.
Yeah, talk to Yagu, the turtle, in the other room. He'll tell you the same thing.
Yeah. He's getting interrogated anyway. So,
Interrogate. What are you doing to my friend? You're not hurting them, are you?
am I hurting you?
Hurting my feelings sometimes.
Well, that's your problem and not mine.
Oh. Well, what other questions do you have?
I'm more curious about your intentions and involvement of seeking power now. And you saying a dragon. This is curious.
Yes.
It seems like magic is in work here, but tell me more.
I was tricked by two cunning clerics. Very cunning. It was Celebi and Willaban. This you could even see it. This what used to be necklace, mark, whatever it is now. It's what keeps me in check.
So if we remove that, what would happen?
That's a great question. Let's find out.
We, as you are aware, Kane, we have tried quite a few things already, and it seems to somehow be part of him. But we can try a more aggressive approach if you want, Kane.
Aggressive approach? What do you mean aggressive approach?
I'm sorry, 1 second, sir. Kane.
I don't think that's needed at the moment. We're just trying to figure out each of these individuals' intentions.
All right. Excuse me, Ignis. I didn't mean to be rude. And it just keeps right.
What do you mean aggressive approach?
Do not mind him.
I'm minding.
Well, okay. So let's just get back to the
lawyer.
We do not know what that is.
Oh shit.
But let me just continue with the notion of you seeking power. Not You are the one that wanted power, and how did you want to seek this? It seems like, well, the question I should ask is, why are you seeking power?
Is it not natural to want to be stronger than anyone else?
For some, that is true. Is that your intention? You wanted to be stronger?
Of course. If I could become even greater than the draconic pantheon, if I could become even better than them, then I wouldn't have anything to be scared of.
Did you ever
You
hear of?
look at the
Mhm.
you look at the guy who is writing the notes. He looks at Kane with this kind of face. You can make an insight check, both of you.
Oh, do I have to make one as well?
No, not you.
Ah!
You know what I mean. What
Do I
they
want to
mean.
burn an
But
inspiration?
I'm not in the same room, right?
Yeah, you're not in the same room.
No, no, no.
I'm gonna
Sorry. I mean, just you.
I'm gonna burn my last inspiration. I was holding on to this for something juicy. Last
Okay.
thing I just
Yeah.
want to mark off.
That'll be a good idea.
All right, last inspiration. Insight, please, please, please. I'll take it.
Okay. With a 15, as you say, it almost feels like words are spilling out your mouth. And as you say to them that you want to be greater than the draconic pantheon gods, you see that the one who is taking the notes make this sign like he's not going anywhere on this line of thought. And you can see that Kane kind of knows that, and he kind of nods.
Okay. The
Well,
questioning continues to happen, just basic things, but they feel like they've taken most of the questions and answers from you, Ruin. And as you do, we actually switch to the other room, where Yagu, when you enter into this room, you see a scribe on the corner taking notes, and opposite, who do they see?
They see a woman, kind of like flowy green hair, elven. Like you get that she's some kind of Eladrin. She's got like really long ears and facial features, and she introduces herself as well. Okay, you are. I am Mira. I'm part of Force Grey. I will be taking care of your questioning today.
Oh, hello, Mira. I'm Jogu.
Yep. I will say nice to meet you, but I guess in these circumstances wouldn't be appropriate. Could I please have your full name, current affiliation, and residency?
Oh, my full name is Jogu.
Is that with a Y? Yeah.
I think so, yes.
Oh, okay. Waigu. Okay, perfect. Current, are you part of any organization or any sort?
Well, I'm a member of the Caravan of Chaos. Besides that, I'm the guardian of the Iridium Lake, but, that's a long time already ago, so...
Oh, what is this lake that you speak about?
You see the
that
scribe
demo?
just goes, the Iridian Lake. Yeah, that's in our notes, by the way.
Oh,
That's east from east from here.
I missed that part. Okay. Oh, yes, it's yeah. Mm-hmm. And why you? Two questions. Some of your friends claim that they are seekers from Candlekeep. Are you a seeker from Candlekeep as well?
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that I'm one of those as well.
Mm-hmm. Is there anyone in Candlekeep that could vouch for you?
Maybe.
Will you
Like,
will I be a privy for your name? Not one of your companions, like some other about or great reader.
Yeah, we met the great reader, the old guy, book something.
Bookworm.
Yeah,
guess.
that's the guy. I've met him before. The Enchanter, the new Smith Bycroft,
Okay.
They know I work there.
All right. Cool. That's good to know. And why, if you're the guardian of this lake, why you not guarding your lake at the moment? Why were you in a cult meeting instead?
Oh, because I got a vision that the cult of Tiamat was gonna, destroy my lake, so I left before they killed me as well. Or well, that's the long story, but it was very fake message between me and my goddess Eldad, so... Long story short, I left because, they were going to kill me.
Okay, that makes sense. Perfect. During your presence on this cult gathering, did you know any of the cult leaders prior to this event?
Kind of, maybe.
Could you please elaborate?
Yeah, one of the people, I'm not even entirely sure, might have been part of our caravan as well before he joined Tiamat.
So you did not know this Gray character?
I never mentioned Grey.
Oh no, your friends did.
Okay, good, then I'm off the clear, right? I can't be accountable of that.
I mean, we kind of. I wouldn't go through the investigation techniques with you. It's a bit. Not that we don't have time. We have all day. We can be here all day. So, but some of your friends already revealed some information. I have asked the same question to some of them as well. We have asked. Is it any reason for which you personally believe that one of your companions could have secretly been a part of the members, a part of the cult, without you being aware of?
You mean besides Grey, or?
Yes. What about Ruan? Would you believe that Ruan could have been part of the
Yes.
cult prior?
Yes. Could potentially, yeah, but
Okay.
it could be, but I don't think so at the moment. Because, well, he gives no. When first time I met Grey, he gave me a sense of goodness or something. It felt fake, but I feel nothing for Ruin, so I don't think so.
Okay. All right. And that's based on your deity. You have divine powers, I believe, right?
Correct, yes.
All right. Okay. Was it any question that you were expecting me to ask that I didn't? I know it's a bit unusual thing, but
I have a question
Ooh.
to ask, just based on the notes and the things that we've been describing. Have you had any interaction with anything to do with Tiamat? Any members, apart from the ones that are mentioned in this note? Anchor, Olga, and the other name.
Angler. Yes, Angler.
Yes. Anyone?
Can you repeat that sentence very carefully?
Sure. Have you seeked out Tiamat before?
Yes.
And what reason would this be for?
Oh, well, we were here all day, right? So I might as well explain. Okay, so I got a vision about Eldad saying, yo, you have to leave the lake and you meet these new people.
And as you keep talking and literally spilling out everything that you were about to say, after a good
an
hour later, you step out with with Ruin. However, you both are taken and are taken back to your original selves.
Can I at least get one word in with the Agu before we get split apart?
Nope, you don't get even a chance. All right. Yep.
I'm scared. I'm really scared. all the
Ah,
all
we
the
got it. We
visual-
got it. That's okay. That's okay.
Sorry, I thought you were still going until I saw this, and I was like, "Oh shit!" Sorry about
We
that,
got
guys.
this, boys.
No, come
No
on, come on.
worries.
All right.
I'm really
Uh,
worried.
Eventually, the both of you are confronted, approached by guards who stand in each of your gate and tell you, "Please stand back." The gates kind of open. Follow us.
Harold will just go.
Stands up, makes his way.
All right.
Say to Bruce. I'll say to Bruce. Finally lost it.
Shut your mouth.
Please,
look
both of
back
you,
as-
shut your both of your traps, please.
I look back. Did I see the cell where that Shah worshipper was?
It's kind of, you see that this is layers of cells. It's not just one
Okay.
pathway, it's multiple cells. And as you kind of look up, you see someone peeking out with kind of one bogged eye, some kind of greasy gray hair, like very long, gripping. And the thing, actually, make a perception check, actually.
I was about to ask. I'd like to identify this individual in some way. Yeah. 12.
Okay. Well, the main unique thing that you see is this person. You can't get the full facial because they're only like seeing half their face. But the half that you do see, there is this deep scar that kind of runs across the face, all across, and he watches you go and leave.
I give him a wave. Or
Doesn't react, just stares
didn't
at you.
think he-
And you think that he's gauging you as well. He's memorizing you.
Excuse me, guard. May I ask you a question?
No. And you are pushed along, and you are taken into another room on the side where you are both split up. One is taken into one room while the other is taken to the other. As you step into the room, you feel this wash of energy go over you. Both of you make Arcana checks, please.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Just
my
so that-
20's again.
Just so that you guys know.
Another 12.
Okay. Bruce, you felt this magic once before, but you don't know where. However, as you guys sit down, we'll start with Cisco. You ready?
Yes. Cool.
You wanna go with Harold or Bruce?
Yeah. Maybe I'll. Yeah, if that's okay with you. This time, Errol, once more, you recognize this woman that was one of the. She was there when everything happened. She's got olive skin, short black hair, indigo blue eyes, and she is at this time. Her black stuff looks to have shrunk, and it seems to be a tiny, like a mace, almost on her belt. So it's just shrunk dramatically, but you still see that kind of like the stuff itself is got like a hook, like a crow beak, kind of. And she sits down. Mhm. All right, I am very busy. I made an effort to come to you. Uh, we know who you are. We know where you work. Luckily for you, might have had someone that could vouch for you in Candlekeep. I believe you are favorites of Grey Worm, Bookworm,
Bookworm.
and that makes things very easy. So, could you tell me what happened in this meeting? Why were you there?
Okay. To start off with, for the first question, was a meeting for the Dragon Queen. Not sure if I can say her name here.
Yeah, that's good. Actually, I'm so rude. My name is Baja Safar.
Harold Emmerfield.
Mhm.
Uh, this cult, we were wanting to go to what I guess we assumed was a sort of rally or meeting, and our plan was to gather information or possibly hunt some members who have wronged us in some previous encounters. And that was pretty much the reason why we were there. As far as what happened, a lot of people, big gathering, something about an orb. I saw a guy melt, and then you all stepped in, including the Harpers.
Okay. That seems okay. As well, you mentioned that you knew. I assume you're talking about Gray as well.
Gray?
Yes, apparently one of your old members from your team is one of the cult leaders now, right?
Yes, but the last time I saw him was in Marin, in front of a church's saloon, where he proceeded to drown I guess, infant. It was still an egg, but in blood.
Well, we are aware of who these people are, luckily. We know we roughly know what we are doing, and we have our eyes on them. But obviously, we cannot be everywhere. You almost ruined everything. So next time, if a situation like this had to erase again, I will highly recommend you to seek for people who can actually make a difference. I'm not saying you cannot. You are getting there, but you need to be stronger. You are not really ready to face what you think that you will be facing. That was a big mistake of you. I
Oh.
expect more of you being your age.
Oh, you even know that much. Well, I appreciate the compliment of what you assume my intelligence to be, but in your many years of doing this, I would imagine you would know that time waits for literally nothing. So I will keep that in mind. But with that being said, are we done here?
Uh, she looks towards the person writing the notes. Is there any additional questions you might want to ask, Phil?
I just want to ask, do you suspect any of your, uh, are you part of this cock group?
Yeah. Great.
Do you suspect any of them to have any affiliation or contact with any of the beings or entities that may be affiliated with Tiamat? Any reason that they should?
That's a good question. You know, we're a weird group. We're just a bunch of weirdos, and I would say no.
No one. You don't suspect anyone reason for them to either join Tiamat or
I
be
mean, I don't suspect that they would.
potentially be influenced in the future.
That's actually another good one. Logically, I should say yes, but pragmatically, I'm gonna say no.
Why? Why so?
Well, you know, we all have our business. We all daily encounter these entities, and I mean, I can trust my companions, but I can't trust for, say, when they'll have the allure of something. Say, if I were to tell you no, right? And then say tomorrow we were to go outside and somebody gives them a couple thousand gold to kill a politician. To my knowledge, that wouldn't have happened. So,
Do you,
pragmatically, I'm going to say no, I don't suspect. As far as I know, they would have any inclination or reason to join Tiamat.
if you had to
But
choose one of them, who do you think would be?
To follow Tiamat?
Yeah.
Well, as another wise member, that person that I knew once said, everybody's got their price.
Just before your answer, Harold, we know about your history, and I didn't want to come across
Do
the wrong
you?
way. Yes, we are not judging you for who you were born and where you were born and who your family were. So keep that in mind.
Well, should make it pretty obvious then that if circumstances were to arise, then technically anybody could have joined. So the only person I know better, the best of all, is me. So I'd have to pick me in that regard if circumstances were in a certain place. And you would know, like, being at a meeting isn't the weirdest thing for someone like me.
All right. Actually, one last thing as well. Are you? We have been chasing this group called the Scales. If you were to face them again, do you believe you could contain yourself and not take the action that we will expect you to be taking?
Do you mind if I ask, what do you expect? Then we're just on the same picture.
Do you know Max Horrigan?
And without rolling an insight check, you could see like brows furrowing like a little bit of anger when you say Max Horrigan. Certainly.
Are you aware that he's one of the members of the Scales?
I was not. And you'll see a bit of a fist, almost as if Errol is just trying to break the shackles a little bit, really pulling on
I
it.
feel that is what you need to control on the future, because I know the way you all talking, whatever I say here is not gonna make a difference. Hopefully, I will not have to do this. See you here in jail again. But if you were to face Max Horrigan, as you said, will you be able to hold yourself back and instead call us?
Trying to ask about whether I could possibly predict my future emotions, especially with of his activities, I imagine, since you know his name. And he'll just say, no.
Are you
If he's ever within my sight.
Are you lying?
He's not lying. He's saying that
He
no,
says
he will
that
not.
he won't be able to control himself.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's not lying. Like Errol, even if he wasn't under a circle of truth, he would probably just be like, no. Like
Well,
he's
All right. That'll be all. Thank you, Harold.
you see this.
If you're done as well, Phil?
You see the scribe kind of stand up, walk towards you, and take off the shackles, and then he just says to you, "Hugh's on his way."
Oh, Dr. Grit's coming.
Yeah.
Oh, Dr. Oh no. And then he'll look back. Okay. Thank you for letting me know that.
You still have to. He tells the guard, "Please take him to the take him upstairs into the tower in one of the guest rooms." And the guards take you out. Simultaneously, in the other room, Bruce, you enter into this room. You see a scribe sitting there in the corner, and there is no one there sitting before you. You're made to sit down, and 5 minutes go past. Another 10 minutes go past. Another 10 minutes go past.
He's just fingers rapping on the table. Is it? I just wish you'd get some food.
And entering into the room at that point, you see this kind of burly, kind of large humanoid man who is actually carrying some bakery goods, and steps in, puts the food down. I'm sorry. I was a little busy before, but I'm here now. You're the one I'm asking questions to, right? I've got some food. He turns around. Do you want some?
Oh yes, yes, please, thank God. He just there's no ceremony. He's just like he's just digging in, and in between mouthfuls, because specifically you mentioned this energy around here feels familiar. He goes, "My name is Aki.
You cannot say that. As you try
My
to
name is Zernfru. Good show.
Yeah, oh, you been in one of these before?
Yes, my friend, the total can cast it.
All right, right. I've got another present for you. And he pushes a piece of paper, and there you see a reward for Aki Flammacaster and Bruce Lockwood, as it says on the paper.
Oh my God.
Tell you could start by telling me about this.
Well, where to begin?
See,
Uh,
there is a scribe as well taking
a
notes also.
few years ago, I was doing some mercenary work for a merchant's caravan. Went rather well, got paid well. Uh, Enjoyed myself that night. Um, Someone said something, and a bar fight ensued. It was a
Right.
Westgate, a shithole of a city.
Yeah,
I was the one who got dragged into jail, and it's where I met my good friend here, and we managed to escape.
now you did, and now you're here in this prison.
It's
I mean,
somewhat secure.
yeah, it's a bit dreary here, but I would suggest you don't try to do the same thing that you did over there here, because you could potentially be stuck here for the rest of your life. We don't want that. We just need answers. So, simple. What were you doing at uh, this gathering? Takes a donut.
I can tell you why I was there. My friends agreed to come with me.
All right, you're the leader.
So, no, no, I couldn't lead someone to a buffet.
All right.
No, I needed to be there. I'm only speaking for myself. My friends agreed to assist me.
Hmm.
This cult, some time ago, kidnapped my my ward, and well, I've been trying to get information about her, where she might be, and some such. And in a tavern, I can't remember the name of it, in Waterdeep, we saw these fellows, Olmo, Crag, Anchor, and Rhinus.
I got yawning portal here. Is that the
That
name?
Yawning Portal, that's the place. So we met these four Dragonborn fellows, three male, one female, and well, they were followers of this cult, and
Right.
well, we got some information from them, and I'm in a zone of truth here. I wish to go hunting them because I wished to execute them.
Understandable. All right. Yeah. Yeah. We have a lot of people that have, revenge, vengeance, want to kill people. We just live in a world like that, Um, Understandable. But so your intentions was just to hunt these people down
Were
because.
you
Hmm?
just a quick question? Were you aware that murder is penalized in Waterdeep?
I was fully aware. I am not pretending I was doing this for justice or any some such thing. I wanted information from them, then I wanted them dead. I tried to tell myself that I wasn't. That I was. I found the whole idea tawdry. But the more I've thought about it, the more I was kidding myself on.
Is this your usual method of finding information? You hunt people down and you hurt them to get you the information that you require?
No, actually, no, it's not. My friends are usually better at talking to people. I did not intend on talking to these people. Well, not under duress.
I'm not worried about your friends. I'm talking about you. Your methodology.
No, no, normal. I would talk to people. I'm not very good at it, but no, I was going to make an exception for these individuals and for potentially anyone who follows these people.
Do you know? I'm gonna throw a couple of names out here. We have Max Horrigan. Do you know that name?
I've heard a Max get mentioned. Has Errol above game? Has Errol mentioned Max?
Very
Matt.
first day you met him, he did.
Okay, he thinks back. My friend Errol mentioned a Max. Has a bit of a vendetta against him, but he's not mentioned much about it. He's
Alright.
mentioned these red wizards and such.
You probably know this one. Desdemona.
Oh, that was the charming young tiefling woman. She melted a fool. Ugh.
All right. What about? I've got another name here. Gray Van Dreg.
Yeah, Van Drag. Yeah, I'm not sure
Grey,
actually.
Grey Van Dreg sometimes goes with the name Stripe or some other such things.
Stripe.
And
All right.
Bruce is gripping the table with his hand right now, making a visible indent in it. Like if he gripped hard, he could break a piece off. He's done this before. I remember.
Did I touch a nerve with that name?
That obvious.
I'm a little. You've told us you follow these people, but from what I've heard from our notes, you volunteered to be part of a ritual to be bestowed the power of Tiamat herself. What was your intentions?
I should give you some context. I was not at the steering wheel at the time.
All right, and who was?
I suppose you could call him my alter. Sort of another person who exists within me here. We can talk to each other when I meditate, or get a feeling for each other when I don't. He was out at the time.
Have you sought any medical help on that?
What the devil would I tell them? Say, a person exists in my head. Can you fix that?
I mean, there's a lot of things out there. Possession, you know.
I can guarantee it's not a possession. He's been around since I was a child. Some, I suppose, somewhat resolved issues with my father now. Anyway, that's not the most important part. He was there. I was still aware of what was going on. My two things went through my head at the time. His head, our head. We needed information. We thought perhaps we were getting good with this cult, but honestly, the kicker was someone I thought better of put himself forward for this boon, and he knew that he could not let him. He attempted to prevent him by saying, I think he said that he would represent our crew. It didn't work.
Who are you referring to?
I'll just refer to myself as in the first person from now on. I tried to...
No, I'm talking to the other person that you said you were trying to stop.
Oh, the fairy, Ruin. Ignis, whatever he's calling himself now. He immediately stepped himself forward to gain this power and attempted to stop him by pushing him back, saying, no, I represent this crew, and well, it didn't work, so...
Why do you think he did it?
And Bruce winces, and you both, these characters wouldn't know that's Bruce making his point clear. He says he saw a chance for greater power and didn't much care who he hurt in the process.
All right. And am I right to say you are part of Candlekeep and you are a seeker known as the Cox?
That bloody name. I am a seeker. I'm a part of the caravan. Captain calls of the Caravan of Chaos, and unfortunately, Cox seems to have stuck.
Yeah, it has. Well, okay. There will be another round of questioning later on, potentially. However, you'll be taken into another cell, not the same one that you were in, a little bit more comfortable. And then someone will come and speak to you. Do you have
I
any?
have a
Yeah.
yes. Thank you. I have a couple of questions. What is your relationship with Skoda Balanaster?
With who? Sorry?
You probably know him as Bookworm. Skoda
Bookworm.
Balanaster.
Above Game, is that one of the great readers?
It's the
Yeah,
first reader.
that's the first reader,
Is
Bookworm.
that the fella
Dragonborn, the
who...
little
Little
Dragonborn.
Dragonborn? He prevented one of his rather psychotic colleagues from killing me. Apart from that, I haven't had too much to do with him. Above Game, what else has he done for Bruce specifically? Did he have anything to do with helping him find his mother's clan, or that the
Wasn't he
No,
the
original
one
him.
we went to the auction with?
That was the nervous half of
No.
you. That's right.
No,
So Bruce doesn't have much
yeah.
to do
No,
with.
he
Bookworm.
sold Yadu Pawn, which I think is like a whole party. Like, it's good for the party.
Yeah. So yeah, the light
It
bulb.
was his own chapter. Yeah.
Yeah, but light bulb. Oh, he's the fellow who sold my paladin friend some turtle pawn, erotica.
Oh, okay, all right. That's good to know. Also, as well, are you aware that rodent that you possess is rather
Oh,
intelligent?
Yes. Is
Yes,
he all right? Please tell me he's okay.
he is okay. We see him, but we haven't been able to call him since he escaped thrice. With 3 different cages, he kept escaping. We don't actually know how. He seems to have rallied some of the rats as well to help him. And at the moment, we are unsure. We know he's here, but we cannot get him. So perhaps you will have a bit more luck.
I'm sure he'll find me if your gentleman would actually let us out. But the zone of truth here.
Soon.
You know we're not here for the right reasons. You've had us here on a starvation diet.
We apologize for that. We were just going through a hell lot of people. It was
Yes.
about 70, 80 people. You were just in the bottom of the list, unfortunately. We didn't know who you were.
Yeah.
You would have actually taken longer. Apparently, one of the members actually recognized or knew one of yous, and that kind of made us curious about your situation. But honestly, for most of you, it looks pretty positive. So we'll leave it on that.
Yeah.
Please escort him to the cells with the other Candlekeep members.
May I ask you a question before I go?
Mm-hmm.
Who's the fellow who worships Shah? Is he something I should be worried about? He was making threats.
You mean an inmate?
Yes, inmate. Further back from my cell, upper floor. Has a big ugly scar down his one side of his face.
They call him. He's got a weird. He never told us his real name. Very. But they all just call him Grim.
Grim. Righto.
Yeah. Yeah, you got nothing to worry about. He's been here for years.
Jolly good.
He's. If he was a. Let's just say he was a hunter for those that believed in Saloon as part of his nature.
His nature.
Yeah, he's I guess something in his life changed him while in the Underdark and found refuge within the people that believe in the Shah. I believe we did manage to find out that he was from Van Rakdum, deep in the Undermountain.
Grim from Van Rakdum.
I would advise you not to go there.
I have no intention of going there.
Yeah.
You know as well as he says that you are aware that to get to Under Mountain, that's where the hole in the yawning portal leads to. You were told by the innkeeper when you were there.
Right. Okay. Yeah. That hole leads to the underdark. I remember that.
Yeah, to the Under Mountain is called. It's like a some kind of jail, some kind of maze where you were told that people adventurers go to find for relics and stuff like that.
He looks towards the guards. The guards kind of get up, like come in, and they go, yeah, escort you to. You get taken out. Uh, while you're still kind of cuffed, you see Errol actually step out the room, but his cuffs have been taken off, and he's been escorted somewhere else. While you get escorted back, but to another cell, where you meet up with Aki and Ziggy, but no one else.
As he sort of slumps down next to them. Are they still in cuffs? Are you guys still in cuffs as well?
Hmm.
Should we be concerned? Of course we're concerned. Fucking hell, what's a stupid question?
And while
There is nothing in here which can be burned. I think we're stuck.
Nothing can be broken either. Solid.
We,
Ziggy, why are you here?
we've been trying to think of something for a good week or so, but nothing came of it.
I mean, I have a feeling while me and Aki are here, they seem to have found two of our old wanted posters, Aki. It turns out we're infamous.
Those things just won't go away.
I don't understand why those people at Westgate are so concerned. Ugh.
Well,
Don't like losing.
before you guys continue this conversation, I need to go pee really badly, so we'll just go on a very quick 5-minute break.
Yeah,
Should have had a break 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, I know. It's a bit unorthodox this session. We're getting kind of close to ending the session. However, we'll quickly go take a 5-minute break and then come back and continue on where this situation has taken the party. So please don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. See you in a bit.
We'll be back. Bye bye.
right, welcome back. Let's jump back in to see what happens next. Okay, so Ruined, Yagu, you are both escorted back into the cells. As you are escorted back, the other you hear the troll. Did I say the troll? No, the goblinoid on the other side go, "Oh, you're back! Well, that's bad news for you, mate. Guess we're gonna start talking a little bit more."
Unka, what do you mean this is bad?
Well, still got your shackles on. Normally, those people are here. They get interrogated from time to time. Probably are months by months. They leave you in here. So, yep. I mean, I haven't been interrogated for like a year and a half now.
Oh no.
Yagu?
I can't stand.
Yeah, Yagu, as you are put into your cell, you have to take a seat. A bit confused about the situation, but you talked a lot. You told them pretty much everything. So you got water's provided to you as well as some food. Seeing that you're a bit unwell or getting exhausted, they notice a quite elderly person. But as you kind of both sit down, you are just left there, and you don't know how long it's going to be, and there's no one to talk to, no one to see. You do not hear the silent noises of Errol singing and Bruce as well singing on top of his voice from time to time, and the camera kind of pans away from the both of you into the cell with the three of you, as you have been there for a good hour and a half too.
This is not good.
No, it is not.
You think?
Well, if two people could incriminate themselves simply by sitting in silence, it would be those two. Where's Harold?
I'm not sure. They took him somewhere else. He had his shackles removed.
That must be nice.
I know, right? Actually, out of interest, Aki, Ziggy, what were you asked? What did you tell them? I be honest with you, I just told them everything that happens from my perspective.
We
There
were.
was
Circle of
We,
truth
we,
thing. I told
we
them
were.
that they want to
We.
execute people.
Someone. We were asked the situation. We explained it.
Yeah.
To the
Who
best
are
of our
you?
abilities.
Where? Name, address, affiliation.
Nobody lied.
Can't.
Yeah, couldn't I? Had. To be fair, I would have probably told them anyway. But yeah, I told them my intention had been to kill those individuals. I was entirely honest with you before when I said why I wanted and needed to follow these people, these cultists. I thought I was doing. I said to you I was doing it because Bruce wanted to, and no, I wanted to as well. I couldn't let it go.
There's a bit of feedback from you, I don't know why actually. Your screen keeps flashing.
Do you hear Sam?
Ross's screen is still lit up.
It's
green
very
around
no
mine.
from Mo. It's very little.
Turn it down a bit.
Yeah, I just don't know.
Is that okay?
I personally don't
Just
hear
keep
it,
going,
but
guys. Yeah, it's very faint, so it just sounds like echo voices from the prison. I was thinking, okay, there is voices from the prison.
it's meta. Keep it in. Go, go, go.
Perfect
Yeah.
random.
Okay, keep going. Sorry.
You?
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll go.
I was hearing Bruce Andy really echo.
No, I told them about Nadalia.
I told them as well.
The gnome who has been bringing the rations around. He questioned me.
Oh,
So not entirely who he tended to be.
was he not? It wasn't
Well, he's He obviously ranks a little higher than the man who produced the food cart.
I see. Who is he then?
He's with the Order.
The Grey Order?
And they were interested in Grey. Above average interested.
Well, when he teleported away, I think he's one of these scales. Scale appeared on his head when he teleported.
Ooh.
Yes, I had the bucket right in my hands. But he was able to reach over to that orb, and off he went.
The scales. It's nice to have a name to put to what we're hunting now. So the scales are everybody that we want.
Seems that way.
Good. One target.
2. Idalia, primary. Grey is secondary. We can get Idalia back. Fine. We can't. Then Grey.
All right. As you continue your discussion in the cell below, up above, taken back out of the doors into the open space of this island and into the red brick tower, all of a sudden the kind of atmosphere changes from the kind of dreary cells that you were in before back into a very busy scenario where you see people kind of talking amongst each other. You see these kind of two kind of individual tieflings, identical, drow, that are identical, sitting there having a smoke as they watch you kind of step inside and walk through. You are escorted into a room towards the back, Errol, and as you enter into the room, sitting there on the sofa is the Loxodon, your companion, friend, master, I guess, suppose. Gret. Teacher, Hugh Gret.
Dr. Gret.
Hey, kiddo!
Hey.
What the fuck just happened? Why are you in here? What is going on?
I have had quite an adventure with these.
I was waiting for you in Candlekeep, and you're here.
Yeah, I tried to get back, but things got a little messy, back in Waterdeep, and I ran into cultists.
Yeah, you don't need to. I already know. They've already kind of told me everything.
I'm really sorry to trouble you out here.
No trouble. I'm actually working with these Force Grey people.
Oh.
Yeah, Harold. Yeah, it's not good. There is things happening beyond our capabilities of ourselves. This is bigger than you and me put together. This is something that is almost. This has happened a few years before. Someone has attempted to bring the Dragon Queen herself. But yeah, I guess the Harpies and Force Grey and whatever other factions stopped them then, and we're hoping to do the same thing again. With my help, they know that you and I can shift into planes quite easily if we can find the right places. So I'm expecting them to come to us as well as some people in Candlekeep for some help.
Yeah, I was hoping to get my companions out here with me too. They can be really useful for that. But Dr. Gret, I found him. I mean, not quite found him. I know that he's part of this group. I just haven't found physical him yet.
Come sit down. Sit down.
Sure.
You see him.
And he'll sit down.
Look.
It's really close.
Harold, I understand that you've been seeking this person out for many years. But do you think it's death, this vengeance is going to satisfy you?
Dr. Grant, I tried everything else, okay? I tried living there for a period of time. I figured, hey, I'll just put this device away and live there. I can't do it, okay? Every time I pass by the tree where my grandfather was, every time I see where me and my mom trained in archery, like it. So, and then I figured, hey, I'll just go somewhere else, right? I'll just go to maybe Baldur's Gate, or I'll go to a different forest. Nope, can't do that either. Every time I even try to meditate, I just see him, I see all of them again, and it's what I have. So yeah, I think, for lacking a better term, pardoning my language, but cutting his fucking head off will do me a world of good, and when I left, I told you that was my intention, but
I understand, Errol, but this kind of complicates the situation now with this happening. And if we can get him and question him,
Doc,
it would be better. I understand you are seeking answers, but you gotta listen to me. You know, uh, kiddo, you're in this now. You either like it or not, but you can't screw up.
look,
This is far. This is more. This is beyond us.
look, if I could just know where he is, get him alone somewhere, that can be the end of it. Then whatever this whole Tiamat business, whatever else, or whatever other things that they have going on, I just need him gone. I don't know if I could just sit in a room or be comfortable with the idea of him just sitting even remotely comfortably somewhere.
You see his trunk kind of pick up a drink and passes it to you.
And I'll take it. I'll just take a sip. He crushed my mom's head. Okay? How else am I supposed to react to that? Like, I'm really grateful. I am. I'm super grateful for you coming out here, and I'm assuming you talked to these people because it's pretty bad that I was there, and I didn't even know he was connected with these people until I was told. The truth is, I was just wanting to help out my friends. But now that I know that he is, I mean, I'm more than willing to help out in any way I can. And he'll pull out the device. Look, I'm more than willing to go somewhere or do something. That's fine. But asking me to let that fucker live for even a second when it's within my power not to? No. Doc.
I can't let you do that, Harold. Not with what's looming over all of us. Maybe after it's all over, if it's ever going to be over, you may get your revenge. But if you're going to jeopardize this, it's not going to be good. We might have to bench you. I need to know before you get fully involved your intentions. What? And if you come face to face with Max, you know what, kiddo? You don't need to answer that right now. You know, you've just come out from. They told me you were in there for 19 days. Fuck, I thought you might be. You lost your brains and your friends. Yeah, they told me about them. I've told them to kind of escort
And
everyone.
Harold's gonna give Dr. Gret a hug.
Hey,
I'm
it's
really
okay.
sorry.
It's all right, kiddo.
Just too many painful memories. Okay, and I don't know. Okay, I don't know, but still, thank you for what it's worth.
That's all right, kiddo.
Again, for me out. Again.
You hear a knock on the door.
Right.
And as the door opens, we are going to leave it there and jump back to the three of you down at the bottom. Bruce, as well as Aki
The trouble I've seen.
and Ziggy. After a couple of hours, a few guards come down, including Jim. Okay. We're going to take you upstairs. Your friend Errol's waiting for you. A couple of other people as well. We'll explain everything. Again, I'm sorry that you have to go for this ordeal, but it's better that you did, and what you've told us is valuable. And I'm sure whatever we disclose to you upstairs will be helpful to you, and we hope that we can work towards something that will help not just us, but everyone in the world.
Are you going to compensate us for false imprisonment?
It's not false if you were in the wrong place at the wrong time. We had to do our job.
You could have fed us better.
Supplies are low. Anyway.
Aki just looking at Jim expectantly.
Come on, let's go. The gates are open. Your immediately shackles are taken off from all of you, and you are escorted back up the stairs.
Hold on. Where
Are we all living together?
Not Yagu and not Ruin. Ruin and Yagu, you still remain in your cells downstairs.
Bruce has just asked them. Where? I saw you. Harold went the other direction. Where are the other two? Yago and Ruin.
Oh, your friends. There was some discrepancy in their answers in what they were saying. More will be revealed upstairs. Come on. Takes you up the stairs as you kind of go along through the out of the cells and into the above area. And as you do, you find yourself in a room. You're walking past. You see the bustling city people and stuff. Ziggy, you look to the right, and you see the Drow sisters sitting there, and they look at. Wait, who are you looking like? That's the question.
I was Ziggy last time. I think I would still be Sullivan at the minute.
Still over? Okay, they don't bat an eye. They just kind of look at you
Cool.
guys, and you.
Did Bruce still have the hag's head when we were taken?
No, all your items got confiscated.
Is the hag's head still okay?
No, I haven't cast gentle repose on it in 19 days.
Oh shit! Someone may have gotten blinded by it. What the hell is this?
It's just a skull
Oh
now.
no, my death! Ah!
It could be
But
decomposed.
it's useless now.
Well,
Can I keep the skull?
go. The hag's head
Yeah.
skull. Hag's skull. Yeah. if it's still there. As you kind of walk on, you get to a room at the back, and as the door opens, there you see sitting um, is your companion Errol, and on next to him, Ziggy, you recognize Loxodon, which you saw in Candlekeep but never spoke to, is Hugh Grant.
Hi guys.
Oh, thank God.
So happy to see you guys. And you'll see Errol
Yes.
just wiping up a little bit of his eyes.
Oh, there's one more.
Glad you're all right. Where are the other two?
I don't know. It's only you guys and us. Oh, guys, this is Dr. Gret. He's
Hey.
my teacher.
Oh,
For
Errol
a
has
long
talked about
time.
you a lot.
Yeah.
Ziggy saw a person just like that in Candlekeep.
Oh, he did.
Hey,
Oh.
I was in Candlekeep just a month,
He
over a
probably-
month, under a
probably
month
agreed
ago.
you.
Oh, well, small world, whoever your friend Ziggy is.
It's a great pleasure to meet you, Doctor, and he shakes his hand vigorously.
Oh, yes. Well, I haven't had the opportunity to speak to Errol much. We're pretty busy with the situation here, so I don't really know anything about any of you at all.
Do you know why the other two are being detained?
Kind of, yeah. They've kind of informed me. But one of the turtle, he seems to have made some connection with Tiamat in the past, from what he's saying and for what he believes.
Connection.
Yes.
Oh, yes, he
Yeah,
told me about it.
Dr.
He
Gret, I didn't mention that part. He used to be a black dragon.
Oh, I'm talking about the turtle. We'll get to to Dragon Wannabe in a second.
Yeah, he said
Uh,
Yagu Jordan Bruin.
No what?
Yagu. Did I say Yagu? Did I make that mistake?
You said Yagu. It doesn't matter.
Hmm?
Wait, Yagu's a paladin of Eldarth, and he did tell
Exactly.
us that Tiamat reached out. He rejected her at great personal cost to himself.
That's not exactly what he said. It was more of a. He was basing his theories and beliefs on the situation.
I mean,
Is it about that pendant that we got back in Waterdeep?
I mean, he did
'Cause I
mention.
could have swore he got rid of that thing.
He said he did, yeah. And then he mentioned about some coughing out some ichor or some sort after that happened. Unsure if that's
What is
connected.
an ichor?
I don't know. Some
Ichor, ichor. It's like a viscous liquid.
yes.
Yeah, like a goop.
Okay.
I mean, at first we were just assuming he's sick. He was complaining about his back before, but yeah, he doesn't really know too much about it. But he yeah, so they've kept him down there probably for more questioning, deeper interrogation if needed, to see if the information we've collected here and we can match some stuff to help us out. However, for your fairy friend, and from what my notes is that he calls himself a dragon, or is he thinks he is a dragon, is has said something that truly align with the nature of the Dragon Queen herself.
He is a dragon.
He used to be a dragon. He back I don't know if I told you. No, I didn't. I went to Darkon with this fine group here, and he had a collar. I think it's like a coin now. I'm not sure exactly, but
Embedded in his
it,
neck now.
yeah, it
Yeah, he
broke,
mentioned that.
and he transformed into. Well, he says he used to be black, but when he transformed, he was half. I don't know what to call it, like half black, and I don't know what the other half I would describe that. It's not white,
It was a moonstone dragon.
a half moonstone.
I'll put my hand on Errol's and say, let Ziggy explain this. I turn into Ziggy and say, you see, the thing about Ruin is, He's power hungry, yes. However, he's trying to be a good person. It just also he deals with an affliction that affects most people, even a few people in this group, and I will admit it affects me as well. He's an idiot sometimes. However, he is trying to be better, but
Hmm.
he is power mad. However, he is just an idiot, though. He's not evil.
I mean, I'm just thinking of ideas on how we could use him. He could be like the factor of changing the whole tide of this situation. It could be a good asset. I'll definitely
Hey,
if you
when, when I
you've
see when I see Dragon's Eye explode, is that useful?
huh. Well, you could tell me more about that.
I really can't.
No.
No, that's everything I know.
All right.
Yep,
Well,
he's
good to
a
know.
dragon, and
Okay, well, I don't know too much about that. I'll ask around to see what's going on with that. But you've not had any affiliation with this Tiamat. They haven't come seeking you because you are changing.
Uh, no, they haven't come seeking for me. Occasionally they say creepy shit to me, but I assume they say creepy shit to everyone. They're creepy.
Okay. Well, all right. I'm gonna go and speak to the rest. You vouch for this ruin synergy, Ignis the Hungry.
I sorry, I can't.
All right.
Not anymore.
Dr. Gret,
Mm.
Ziggy is correct that he is in a lot of those things. I guess, look, it's hard to ask an old dog to learn new tricks. I think he can be an asset, even with everything. I, again, I mean, I think him getting fixed, best case scenario, he'll just go about his own business. Worst case scenario, his Dragon Queen Tiamat doesn't seem to enjoy his company from what he's always told us.
Mm.
It's not like he's a welcome member there. If anything, he's exiled from what I could tell. So I think if not for her culture, I think he'd be in it to want to stop her ultimately, even with everything that's gone on.
You know, kiddo, I would agree with you, but the things he said, it doesn't it doesn't seem like that's the case.
He threw himself at the chance to gain power from her.
Yeah,
Without a moment's
and
hesitation, he just went for it. I wholeheartedly know that he told the truth under that zone of truth last time we talked.
You know,
It's like Bruce said, people can change their minds.
some things from well, Errol will know. Traveling through planes, sometimes there's things that are deeper in situations or in people that are blinded to us because of their current imagery. Some people may look and be may look like they are not approachable, but when you do, you you get to know them more. And I'm having this kind of same feeling with this Ruin guy. The question about his power hungry, his dragon, sure, that's how it. But who is he and how did he come to be like this? That's the question. And if we can unlock that, perhaps we might have find more answers than we're looking for.
he did mention some clerics like Celebi, but I'm trying to remember the religion that was associated. So, if
Wait,
at
are
the
you
very
trying to
least,
reverse engineer his collar?
Oh, we haven't attempted anything just yet. Just a little bit.
Is that what
I
you would like to do when you say how did he become this way? You want to collar people.
I did try to take the collar off. It exploded, blew me through a
No,
building.
that's your answer, and that's good to know. I'll make a note of that. It's dangerous to take the collar off.
We're actually we're, and I'll point to me, are actually the reason it's back on there.
All right, impressive. Yeah, good capabilities. Anyway, I'll leave you guys to talk for a moment, and I'll see you all in a bit. I'll just gather things, and I'll try to get the other two. Well, potentially the total. Yagu, his name is.
Oh yeah, Yagu. He's a paladin of Eldath. He's a good person.
All right.
Honestly,
I'm not too sure what they'll do with the other one, but you know, if I can throw them an angle, an idea towards them, they may be able to. And you know, you guys are a bit hot-headed at the moment, some of you, so maybe calm down, think about the situation, talk about it, and if you feel like he's an asset, um, I'll see what I can spin for you guys.
thank you, Doctor Grit. Thank you.
Don't worry, kiddo. Don't worry. All right. I'll see you all folks later. And you just see the locks are done.
He's a good fella.
Yeah, he's the best.
I think he wants to put a collar on Tiamat, you know.
Well, if anybody can do it, smartest
Would
person
that
I
work?
know.
Would that work with a god?
It
Probably
would be
not, but
it would be interesting to know how it works at all, I guess.
that's a good point. Kind of clerics had the power to bind him in the first place.
I don't know. At worst, it's maybe 5 instead of 1 with her. But we need to make sure those other 2 get out of here.
Yeah, we do. And I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if Ruin said something that could harm his case, but at the same time, he would also try to say something that wouldn't harm his case.
Can we really be sure of him anymore? Honestly, can we be sure of him anymore?
He
keeps on
tries.
he says he's trying. We see him try, and the second there was the offer of power from the lizard bitch, and he gobbled it up.
I
Second
mean,
he was offered it.
the question is not so much whether we can trust him at this point, but whether we can still make this work with him. You know, do you think that, like, taking trust off the table, can he still be able to help us with what I think we've gotten into right now? And
I don't know.
he's part of that group, this
We
Max
think
Horgan
he's
I've been looking
troubled.
for.
We
So
we
I
think
need that
Ruin's
to
troubled.
deal with them.
What's it, Ziggy?
Ruin is troubled. He wants the power, but we think he's trying to at least do something better.
Mm-hmm. Motivating people to go for power can be anything. It can be fear of not being powerful enough, not just wanting to be powerful enough to do harm. I know I would want sometimes have liked to be powerful enough to stop some of the things that have happened to us.
We can all say that. It's just Aki, he's doing this is exactly the same as what happened with Gray. Almost exactly verbatim the same. Gray was honest with us once. He meant every word he said, and then that wasn't the case anymore. He had a better offer. Changed his mind.
Then I have one suggestion I assume we will leave here. Those magic blocking shackles sound like they may come in handy. Particularly if we come across someone who can teleport away in the future. But it might be useful in the meantime if something goes wrong too.
You sure shackling him up is a good idea?
No. Not at all. I kind of hate the idea. But it's better than...
Leaving him here?
well,
Because
that too,
Okay.
potentially. But it's certainly better than allowing something to go off a cliff. Because we couldn't stop it.
On that note about the shackles, Aki, if your explodey thing is magical in nature, if you're on the clock, so to speak, if we were to whack a shackle onto your wrists, do you think it would stop the explosion? And we could take it off when the coast is clear?
That is not how it felt. It felt more. It felt more me than that. It felt like when I breathe fire, or when it comes from somewhere else. It doesn't just feel like casting a spell.
Okay.
Also, I have no control over it whatsoever. I don't know that this can stop something I didn't mean to happen in the first place.
True. We usually have at least 10, 15 seconds before, from what we've seen. Enough time to. It was magical in nature to go and wait for a minute and take them off.
Well, that being the case, I can dispel magic. I can dispel other spells now. If that were the case, I could do it to myself if I have that kind of time. But I doubt it.
No, you're not really there, though, are you? You just sort of drift. You're gone. You're really far away.
That is fair.
Still, it works. It works.
You hear a knock on the door.
Oh, it's not the knock now.
The door opens, and there you see, standing in a black suit, very, very clean pressed shirt, with a what seems to be high collar, a very kind of formal kind of let's just say like I can't remember what those caps are called, but the Peaky Blinder hat or whatever it is. Yeah, bonnet. That's the one. A black bonnet, and his hand is a burly-looking man with white hair pushed to the back, clean shaven, and Bruce, you recognize him immediately, as this is Alfred Copperworth, your butler. And as he looks at you, his expression changes slightly as he takes off the hat, and we will leave the session right there.
Wait. How does expression change? In what regard? Can I insight that before we finish?
Nope, we can do that later. Thank you everyone for watching at home. Thanks to Darren Curtis and Jim Mercer for his art and music. And hopefully we'll see you next week to find out this little slight cliffhanger to see what happens and what happens to Yagu and Ruin Synergy.
Right.
Boy, you guys are so fucked.
Thanks you all.
Thanks.
Unfortunately, we will not have Sunday game this week. Is that right?
There is no Sunday game, unfortunately. I'm not here, but if we don't see you then, please join us for tomorrow's session, Eye of the Decision, or until next week. So hopefully we'll see you then. Have a good week. Stay magical, and bye.
Bye bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you guys for coming.